This is Ken Ripley and Darren Hodges, and we're live at Panther Stadium, and we are here for the Fort Stockton Panther football game against the Snyder Tigers, a district game, which is very, very important to the Panthers and to the Tigers for the district standings. Darren, it's all on the line here tonight. We need a win.
Well, it is, especially Snyder, because they were beat by Monahans last week, and that really puts them. They've got to win tonight, or they're probably that's it.
Yeah, that's probably true. So they're going to have even more incentive maybe than we do. But we came off a big loss to Seminole last week. The last time we came off a big loss to Lubbock Cooper Liberty, the Panthers came back the next week and played really well, and we hope that we do that again tonight.
Yeah, I hope that's our pattern. And Seminole was good, but we made them look a lot better with penalties and turnovers. And we can do better. And I think we know this is an important game, and I think we're going to come out and play well.
So the Panthers are 4-3 on the year and 0-1 in district play. The Snyder Tigers 0-7 on the year and 0-1 in district play. But they have lost some close games, and they put up quite a few points this year.
They have scored some points. They scored over 30 against Monahans. But, the two common opponents, they lost to Pecos by, I think, 8, and maybe Big Springs by 14 or 15. And those are two teams that we beat.
Yeah.
So that's the good news.
Okay, so we'll be back. We've got Panther football coming up. Coach's Corner is next. Then we'll be back with our pregame show.
Coach's Corner with KFST's Ken Ripley and head coach and athletic director of the Fort Stockton Panthers, DJ Howell. Coach's Corner is brought to you by Spring Branch Water Well Service, Cassandra's Flowers and More, La Rosita Cafe, and by West Texas Portraits. Join us now for Coach's Corner.
Hello, everyone. This is Ken Ripley, and we're talking with Coach DJ Howell, head coach of the Fort Stockton Panthers. And we're going to talk, first of all, in Coach's Corner about last week's game against the Seminole Indians, which was a loss in district play. And, Coach, what was your overall reaction to that ball game?
Well, I didn't think we played very well. And it starts from the top down. And so, including me, we got to find a way to play better. You look at Seminole, they're a top 10 team for a reason. Very good football club, talented and well coached. And, they're about 5 years into their program. And so when you look at the ball game and you watch the film, we had opportunities to make some plays. But at the same time, you got to tip your hat to those guys and realize that, there's some things that we got to be better at and do better. A lot of self-reflection from both coaches and players, and you got to learn from that and move forward and make sure that we're ready to go this week.
Well, Coach, one of the bright spots in the game was a 45-yard touchdown run by Almendares to open the scoring in the game, and we took a 7-0 lead. But how about that play, first of all?
I think that was, kind of an example of the things that we can do. We got to stop on the first drive, and then we were able to come out there and run counter and hit that thing. And, we get out and get a touchdown, take the early 7-0 lead. And so we're capable of doing a lot of those things. The whole key to that, though, is can you do it consistently? Can you eliminate, mistakes, turnovers, penalties, busted assignments, and different things like that? And so those are things we're still trying to get better at. And, I think that we will and we can. And it's one of the parts of the process that's not fun, but that's part of getting better as a team. But that was a good example of when we do things right, we're capable of doing a lot of things.
Well, Coach, we were held scoreless the rest of the game. So how did the offense play the rest of the way?
Sporadically. There were times that we had we made some good plays, and then we would follow it up with, either a busted assignment, a penalty, a drop pass, all those kind of self-inflicted things that, you've got to do a better job of, but I don't think that as a coaching staff or me personally that you can absolve yourself from that. Everybody plays a role in whether you succeed or fail. And so, I go back and look at the game immediately and I replay every decision, every call, and say, could we have done a better job here? Should we have called something differently there? I go back to the first fourth down that I went for it there. In the moment, I knew that it was a risk and that we were going to give them a short field. But, at the time, I also felt like it was more of an opportunity to get a yard and then to try to get some of the stops that we were going to have to get because of the respect I had for them offensively. But then when you don't get it, it's almost like instantly you're like, maybe I should have just punted that thing out of there. And so I just want, to relay that I start with myself. On the ride back home, you're riding and you're thinking about all of the decisions that are made, and I think you have to do self-reflection. Over the weekend, I looked at everything we were doing offensively and defensively, and you have to start there, and then I think it filters down to the assistant coaches and players, and we've always just got to look at what we can from that game and get better and make the corrections necessary.
All right, Coach, let's talk about the defensive performance a little bit. According to my stats, they had 30 of 31 passing in the first half, which is an incredible stat. What do you think about that?
Well, a couple of things when you're going into the ball game. They get the ball out really quickly on their screen games and different things like that. And so we knew what we were getting a lot of times. But you still got to go out and execute it. You still got to go out and coach it well, and you got to take some of those things away. And so part of it is them. They're very good at what they do. Another element of it is we have to execute what we're being asked to do better. At outside linebacker, we got to locate the number one receiver and get to him. We were kind of dropping to that guy, but we weren't necessarily getting all the way there. So you're probably a yard and a half away from, instead of it being a completion, you might get your hand on it or you might get an interception. Well, we didn't make that play, and so there's two things. One, as a coach, how well did you coach that during the week? And then two, how well did we execute it as the players? And so when you're taking an honest evaluation of it, you tip your hat to them because they are a good football team. But then what do we need to do individually and as a coaching staff to take some of those away?
All right, Coach, how about outstanding players for us in this ballgame?
I think that Nick he had a really good run there. So that was he did a very good job there. And, I don't know that anybody or anybody associated with the team can sit there and go, well, we had a good night. I felt like, we didn't play to the way we were capable of. And, we got to do a better job as coaches and we got to do a better job as players of executing.
All right, and how about special teams and maybe the return game?
Boy, I know that we were in kickoff return a lot, and that's not a good thing. I do think, in all seriousness, we played well on special teams. So we didn't have any breakdowns there. We had good coverage. We did complete the extra point on the touchdown we had. And so, thought we did a good job there. We punted the ball, and we were okay in that regard when we punted. But like I said, we lined up in kickoff return entirely too many times, and punt entirely too many times.
Okay, Coach. What about the main areas now that specifically that you'd like to target for improvement coming into this week?
It's interesting that you asked that because over the weekend, you're trying to figure out how do you move forward. That's the thing, because I told this to the players when we were leaving the field, and then when we got on the bus, in the locker room, I said, I'm disappointed in the entire team, and it starts with me. This is not a shifting of blame. This is an acceptance of responsibility here that we didn't play well enough, just point blank and period. And I said, so we need to mourn that a little bit. You've got to understand. You should be disappointed when you don't play up to your capabilities, and you should be disappointed when you don't play well. But then the next thing that I said as we were getting on the bus is that it should be a quiet and clean bus on the way home, and that the next day we're going to start the business of getting ready to play Snyder and getting this thing back on the right track. And so I think it's honesty that you don't really want to hear all the time, but it's also hope that, the next thing is how you move forward. And so this weekend, I read this thing, and this guy was talking about how he worked for Steve Jobs and also Elon Musk, and he said the things that those guys do really well is they can clear all the clutter out except for what are the key 3 things that they got to do over the next 18 hours to get better. And when I started thinking about that, I said, what are the 3 things we need to do offensively and 3 things we need to do defensively this week to be successful? And I said, and everything else goes away because the rest of it's, noise. I said, offensively, we got to get on the same page in the passing game. We have to eliminate or clarify what we're doing in the passing game to where we're all on the same page. 2, we got to find a way to run the football this week. Have to find a way to run the football. And you have to eliminate mistakes. You have to eliminate areas where maybe there's some confusion. And so we have to get that nailed down. And then we have to protect the football. Entirely too many turnovers. And that sometimes is lack of communication. Maybe you've got too much stuff in. So we went and analyzed all that. And then defensively, we have to get lined up. And that starts with communication. We can't have busts on alignments. And so we've focused on that this week. 2, we have to do a really good job of hustling to the football. That's an effort thing, and it was a point of emphasis this week that we better have 11 guys to the football. And then the third thing is we have to play physical. And what does that mean? We have to get lined up. We have to hustle. And then when you get there, you got to have a disposition and an attitude that, we're going to go attack this thing. And so those were the 3 things that I think coming out of that game, if we get better in those areas, we're going to be okay.
All right, we'll be back here in just a moment on Coach's Corner right after this.
Spring Branch Water Well Service offers complete sales and service of windmills, pumps, pressure tanks, water storage tanks, poly pipe, and offers generator rentals as well as testing and plugging. They're equipped with a well camera and will work at residential, commercial, agricultural, industrial, and oil field locations. They're located at 2905 West 9th Street. For great customer service, call day or night at 336-7867. That's 336-PUMP.
La Rosita Cafe invites everyone into their quaint restaurant for delicious Mexican food plates. Open Tuesday through Sunday from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. They have a fabulous and varied selection on the menu, and you'll love the taste of real Mexican food and the reasonable prices and great service. They also offer daily specials. La Rosita Cafe is located at 800 North Williams behind the former bus station. They also feature a drive-through window. Call for orders to go 336-0099. Cassandra's Flowers and More is located at 803 West Dickinson next to Citibank, and they offer beautiful floral arrangements for every special occasion in your life. They also feature personalized baskets made to order, green and blooming plants, balloons, and of course roses, and feature the best prices in town. Call Cassandra's Flowers and More to place your order 336-8809. Cassandra's Flowers and More, 803 West Dickinson. West Texas Portraits in Fort Stockton is your professional full-time photography studio supporting the Fort Stockton Panthers and Prowlers. They can take all your personal sports photographs, family portraits, senior pictures, and other special photos you need. Call them today for an appointment and bring your children or entire family in for some great pictures that will be treasures for a lifetime. Go by 417 North Main or call West Texas Portraits at 432-336-9945. All right, we're back on Coach's Corner with Panther head coach DJ Howell. Coach, let's talk about this week's opponent now, the Snyder Tigers. What do you know overall about this ball club?
They do some really good things offensively. They're a spread football team, and so they're going to do things in the passing game. Their quarterback's very athletic. If you allow him to run around and extend plays, they can hurt you. And so those are things that we have to be aware of. And then on the defensive side of the ball, they do a lot of different things. They can give you several different coverages and looks, and so you have to be prepared for whether they're in man or whether they're in zone. A lot of teams kind of live and die in one thing. These guys don't. They give you a little bit of everything defensively, and so we've really had to make sure that we like I said, you go back to, you got to be on the same page in the passing game. And so we have to understand what our responsibilities are in each phase of that, whether it's zone or man. And then depending on what kind of, their box doesn't change a whole lot. So in the running game, you should have an expectation of kind of what the looks are you're going to get and what you should be doing.
All right, Coach, it's a team that's 0-7 on the season, although they've had some close losses. But we also have 3 common opponents so far with Snyder. So how have they performed in these games?
I think that their record is very deceiving. I think that they do a lot of really good things. And as you said, they played a very challenging schedule. They played some of the same teams that we have. And when you watch it on film, you go back to the game against Monahans last week for them. They have the lead. They're late in the ball game with around 2 minutes, and they ultimately don't hold on to do it, but they had a lot of successful plays in that game, and they showed an ability to win that game. It didn't turn out their way, but they made enough plays to have a shot at doing that, and that's throughout their schedule. And so have a lot of respect for what they bring to the table, and I think that you have to have quite a bit of humbleness and a little bit of desire and fire about you when you come off a game like we have. And so we need to be focused and ready to play tomorrow night.
Okay, so offensively and defensively from Snyder, what are we going to see?
You're going to get spread offensively, and so they're going to throw the football around the yard a little bit. Quarterback extends plays with his legs. He's a really good athlete that can throw the football. And then defensively, they're going to give you a 4-man front, but they also walk down and bring pressure and get into play a little bit of zone in the back end, and then you're also going to get some man coverage out of them. So a little bit of everything in the back end, but in the front, you're going to get mostly a 4 front.
All right, Coach, and how would you compare the talent level, strength, and size of this Snyder team to the Panthers?
Boy, I think they're pretty talented, and I think that we have some matchups that we're going to have to play really well in. And so, I do think that some of our skill guys out on the edge, we have an opportunity to get some matchups that we're looking for. But at the same time, we got to be able to pass protect it. We got to be able to run the football when they're giving you a favorable box. And so, we have some challenges there. And then on the defensive side of the ball, we have to be very good in communication because they're going to get some athletes out in space. And, if you turn a guy loose, that can be a problem. And so just got to make sure we're on the same page defensively.
All right, we'll take a break here on Coach's Corner. We'll be back in just a moment. Cassandra's Flowers and More is located at 803 West Dickinson next to Citibank, and they offer beautiful floral arrangements for every special occasion in your life. They also feature personalized baskets made to order, green and blooming plants, balloons, and of course roses, and feature the best prices in town. Call Cassandra's Flowers and More to place your order, 336-8809. Cassandra's Flowers and More, 803 West Dickinson. West Texas Portraits in Fort Stockton is your professional full-time photography studio supporting the Fort Stockton Panthers and Prowlers. They can take all your personal sports photographs, family portraits, senior pictures, and other special photos you need. Call them today for an appointment and bring your children or entire family in for some great pictures that will be treasures for a lifetime. Go by 417 North Main or call West Texas Portraits at 432-336-9945. La Rosita Cafe invites everyone into their quaint restaurant for delicious Mexican food plates. Open Tuesday through Sunday from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. They have a fabulous and varied selection on the menu, and you'll love the taste of real Mexican food and the reasonable prices and great service. They also offer daily specials. La Rosita Cafe is located at 800 North Williams behind the former bus station. They also feature a drive-through window. Call for orders to go 336-0099.
Spring Branch Water Well Service offers complete sales and service of windmills, pumps, pressure tanks, water storage tanks, poly pipe, and offers generator rentals as well as testing and plugging. They're equipped with a well camera and will work at residential, commercial, agricultural, industrial, and oil field locations. They're located at 2905 West 9th Street. For great customer service, call day or night at 336-7867. That's 336-PUMP.
All right, we're back with our final segment of Coach's Corner with Panther head coach DJ Howell. Coach, what are the keys to getting a win in this ball game tonight? Everybody knows what's on the line. You know, this is going to be for district, probably for the playoffs. It's for very critical standings in district play. But we know it, they know it. So here we go. What are the keys?
You know, it goes back to those 6 things we talked about. 3 things on defense, 3 things on offense. We have to find a running game tonight. Then the second part about it is be on the same page in the passing game. We cannot have miscommunications and misreads or not be where we're supposed to be at receiver. So we have to be on the same page there. Then we got to protect the football. We cannot continue to turn the football over. We kind of got away from that 2 weeks ago, and then last week it kind of came back, and you know we had some of those problems. And so we have to take care of the ball. Then on the defensive side of the ball, we have to do a great job of communicating and getting lined up. Whether you're a yard inside or a yard outside, sometimes it matters. Those small details matter on your alignments, and that doesn't take talent. That doesn't take being big or fast. It is a matter of mental discipline. So we have to get lined up, and you do that by communicating and understanding what you're seeing. 2, we have to hustle to the ball. Have to have 11 guys running to the football. And then the third thing is we got to be physical. When we get there, we have to punish the runners, and we have to do a really good job of exacting a price when they run certain plays. And so that's the keys.
All right, good deal. Now, offensively against Snyder, any particular game plan? I mean, we had a great offensive show against Big Spring, which Snyder lost to and we beat. So, what would you say is our offensive plan?
You know, both. We have to be able to throw the football, and we have to be able to run it. All of that starts with what we do up front. We have to do a better job in run blocking and in pass blocking. We've got some opportunities out on the edge, and we have to be able to have enough time to get the ball out. And then when you're having a favorable box and they're dropping people into coverage, you have to be able to run the football against that. And if you don't, then they're going to have a numbers advantage in the passing game where they're dropping people into those zones. And then if you can't run against it, it really stagnates your offense. So we have to do a good job of being physical in the run blocking game.
Okay, Coach, about our injury situation, are we okay coming into this week?
Well, we do lose Angel on defense this week. His shoulder, he's coming out of the game against Seminole, so we're going to be moving some people around a little bit at outside linebacker. And so we did lose him. We do get Bubba back this week at receiver, so that's a big help on offense. Don't know how much he's going to be able to play this week from a conditioning standpoint coming back, but he's a dynamic player, and so if we can get him the ball, that would help us offensively.
Okay, Coach, we'll be at home tonight, which will be nice. I hope that gives us an advantage.
You know, it should. We have a pink out game tonight, and, we certainly hope we have a big crowd that's going to be supportive. As you've said, this is a very important for playoffs. It's very important just from a standpoint of being able to bounce back from a bad week. And so we need as many fans as we can have there that are loud and supportive. And, here's the thing. If you come into this football game hungry and with a little bit of edge to you and you go out and you play well, then you're going to feel really good about things at the end of the night. And so, it's one of those difficult things when you're part of team sports where you have to kind of pull yourself up and answer the bell. I think Muhammad Ali was very famous about saying it's not a measure of a champion how many times you get knocked down. It's how many times you get up. And so we absolutely need to get ourselves up off the campus this week and go out and fight and have a lot of resiliency about ourselves.
Okay, that's correct, Coach. And I tell you, just as the Monahan-Snyder game was so important last week for the playoffs. This one is too.
Absolutely. I think we have a clear understanding of what the implications of it was. You can't get too wrapped up into that once the game gets going, because it's got to be about playing that play and being, successful in doing your job on each individual play. But we would be naive to not understand what it's about. And so there should be an urgency, and there should be an excitement to go play in a ball game that has playoff implications and all those things. And so I think you embrace that. And then once the game starts, it's about doing your job on each individual play.
Okay, Coach, and I know, once again, you want to invite these Panther fans to come out. It's such an important game, and the energy of the crowd helps our Panther football team.
Absolutely. I thought we traveled well to Snyder. I thought we had a good crowd there. I thought we did the same thing at Big Spring. And then we always have a good crowd here at home. And so I want to make sure that we continue to do that. Like you've said and we pointed out, it's a big ball game. And so it should be fun to watch. It should be fun to go out there and support our guys. And then hopefully at the end of the evening that we're going to all be in a really good mood.
Well, Coach, good luck tonight against Snyder, and let's get a win.
Thank you very much.
That's going to wrap it up for Coach's Corner. I'm Ken Ripley for KFST.
You have been listening to Coach's Corner with KFST's Ken Ripley and head coach and athletic director of the Fort Stockton Panthers, DJ Howell. Coach's Corner is brought to you this season by Spring Branch Water Well Service, Cassandra's Flowers and More, La Rosita Cafe, and by West Texas Portraits. Thank you for joining us for Coach's Corner. It's time for the pregame show, brought to you by Bayou Terraza, Miller Meat Company, Edward Jones Investments, and by Fort Stockton Body Shop. Let's join Ken Ripley and Darren Hodges now for the pregame show.
Good evening, everyone. This is Ken Ripley along with Darren Hodges. We're here for the pregame show tonight with the Fort Stockton Panthers taking on the Snyder Tigers. For some reason, I'm picking up the Snyder band really well right now.
You ought to try a shotgun mic on this deal.
Yeah. Anyway, we do have a new crowd mic, so hope that works pretty well tonight. We've got a shower thunderstorm kind of southeast of Fort Stockton. It's about 30 miles away down the Sanderson Highway.
Wow.
And but it's going northeast. It is not headed this way, so I don't think that's going to be a problem tonight. But Darren, the Fort Stockton Panthers with a very, very important game tonight against Snyder. Snyder comes in at 0-7 and 0-1, but they're better than their record indicates. Fort Stockton 4-3 and 0-1 in district play.
Really did. They played a good Big Spring team, a good game. They played Monahans were leading at at least half the time. They lost right at the very end. So yes, they've played some close games, but haven't won any.
That's right. They're 0-7. So the school song's being played right now. We're going to be back in just a moment, and we'll start announcing our starters for tonight's game on both sides. We'll be back in just a moment.
One of Fort Stockton's greatest treasures is Bella Terraza in downtown Fort Stockton, the fabulous gift and home decor store. Amy makes frequent trips to the market and brings back many special, unique items that would be a great addition to any home. For glassware, pottery, Western items, unique home furnishing, kitchen items, pictures, mirrors, and much more. Shop Bella Terraza today with great prices to please West Texas. Come and visit Bella Terraza today in downtown Fort Stockton at 116 North Main.
Miller Meat Company of Fort Stockton simply has the best quality meats in West Texas, and they have many great products made with their premier meats they want you to know about. How about a tomahawk steak, 2 to 3 inches thick and delicious, shrimp kebabs, jalapeno poppers, fajita pinwheels, seasoned beef fajita mix, and sirloin steaks, plus 7-bone thin-cut steaks, cross-cut ribs, Cajun stuffed chicken, and much more, including their own in-house hamburger patties. Call in your order for pickup, 432-336-2979.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started towards your retirement goals. Edward Jones financial advisor Sal Salazar can help. For all your investment needs, call 336-3611. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
When you need expert auto body repair, see the guys who've been in the business for many years at Fort Stockton Body Shop, 102 West Hornbeck. They offer auto body repair from minor fender benders to repairing your vehicle after a more serious accident. They'll repair and paint like new along with replacement parts needed, and your vehicle will be working like new again. They also offer auto glass repair and replacement and window tinting. Free estimates also available at Fort Stockton Body Shop, 102 West Hornbeck.
All right, we come back to Panther Stadium, a home game tonight for the Panthers. We will finish with Snyder here at home, Greenwood on the road next week, and then the final game of our regular season will be home against Monahans. Then we'll have an open week before the playoffs begin.
Well, it is kind of an interesting schedule, but really it kind of sets up well in that we have Snyder and Monahans at home, and they're really must-win games.
Yep. All right, so we have got Darren Hodges here, and, of course, I'm here. Sam Warren is also running our camera, and Darryl Scott keeping stats tonight. So we're ready to go at Panther Stadium, and Darren, take a look at the Fort Stockton starting offense.
All right, on offense, starting at running back, number 0, Nick Almendaris, a 5'8", 170-pound senior. At halfback, number 6, Cedric Lopez, a 5'9", 145-pound senior. At receiver, number 10, Angel Lujan, a 5'9", 142-pound junior. At quarterback, number 11, Jerry Diaz, a 5'9", 220-pound senior. At receiver, number 21, Jaden Sotelo, a 5'7", 151-pound senior. At receiver, number 23, Nicky Sotelo, a 5'7", 160-pound sophomore. At left tackle, number 55, Roy Marcus, a 5'9", 201-pound junior. At right tackle, number 56, Jose Paisa, a 5'9", 218-pound senior. Left guard, number 58, Ethan Guerra, a 5'9", 220-pound senior. At right guard, number 72, J.J. Montoya, a 6'2", 282-pound junior. And at center, number 75, Cy Rojas, a 6'2", 217-pound senior.
All right, so now let's take a look at the defense for the Snyder Tigers. And the Snyder Tigers are coached by Anthony Gonzalez. Linebacker, Kashawn Leonard, he's a junior. And another linebacker is Caden Barbosa. He is a senior. Cornerback, Kason Reinhart, he's a junior. Defensive tackle, Gavin Danford, he's a senior. Safety is Ethan Rios, a senior. Linebacker, Sheldon Robbins, and he is a senior. Safety is Edmund James, a junior. Defensive end is Andres Martinez, a senior. Defensive tackle, Uriel Hernandez, he's a junior. Defensive end, Gustavo Vasquez, a senior. And the cornerback is Jaden Sandoval, a sophomore, one of the cornerbacks. All right, and the punter is, well, let's see, I believe it's Seth Cooper, and the kicker is Oliver Trevino. All right, so those are the Snyder Tigers. We'll have the rest of our lineup for the starters on our pregame show right after these words.
Miller Meat Company of Fort Stockton simply has the best quality meats in West Texas, and they have many great products made with their premier meats they want you to know about. How about a tomahawk steak, 2 to 3 inches thick and delicious, shrimp kebabs, jalapeno poppers, fajita pinwheels, seasoned beef fajita mix, and sirloin steaks, plus 7-bone thin-cut steaks, cross-cut ribs, Cajun stuffed chicken, and much more, including their own in-house hamburger patties. Call in your order for pickup, 432-336-2979.
When you need expert auto body repair, see the guys who've been in the business for many years at Fort Stockton Body Shop, 102 West Hornbeck. They offer auto body repair from minor fender benders to repairing your vehicle after a more serious accident. They'll repair and paint like new along with replacement parts needed, and your vehicle will be working like new again. They also offer auto glass repair and replacement and window tinting. Free estimates also available at Fort Stockton Body Shop, 102 West Hornbeck.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, I'll get around to it someday, Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started towards your retirement goals. Edward Jones financial advisor Sal Salazar can help. For all your investment needs, call 336-3611. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
One of Fort Stockton's greatest treasures is Bella Terraza in downtown Fort Stockton. the fabulous gift and home decor store. Amy makes frequent trips to the market and brings back many special unique items that would be a great addition to any home. For glassware, pottery, western items, unique home furnishing, kitchen items, pictures, mirrors, and much more. Shop Bella Terraza today with great prices to please West Texas. Come and visit Bella Terraza today in downtown Fort Stockton at 116 North Main.
And we're back, and
You have been listening to the pregame show with
we're going to take a look now at the Snyder Tiger offense, and they are, like we said, 0-7 on the season, 0-1 in district. Their quarterback is Aiden Claxton. He's a senior, and receiver is Kason Reinhardt. He's a junior. Another receiver is Ethan Rios, a senior. And you've heard some of these names mentioned twice because they have maybe 3 two-way starters, I think. Also, running back is Tyson Burleson. He's a sophomore. Receiver, Callan Green, a senior. Receiver, Xavier Molinar. He's a sophomore. And I am announcing about 13 players because I'm assuming some of these rotate in and out. Tight end, Andres Martinez, a senior. A tackle, Jaden Ishmael. He's a senior. The center is Joshua Mendoza, a sophomore. Guard, Eliseo Medrano, a senior. Tackle, Sebastian Mendoza, a senior. Guard, Ruben Vasquez, a junior. And a tight end, Caden Zamora, a junior. All right, Darren, let's take a look at the defense for the Panthers. We've got one change tonight, I believe.
We do. We have one change, and we're looking at start off at free safety, number 2, Jordan Olvera, 5'2", 140-pound senior. At linebacker, number 3, Christian Bislar, a 5'9", 165-pound senior. Linebacker, number 4, Fabian Ramirez, a 5'7", 160-pound senior. At cornerback, number 5, Anthony Cortez, a 5'7", 140-pound senior. At linebacker, making, I think, his first start, Landon Rivas, a 5'7", 160-pound senior. At linebacker, number 8, Alan Leyva, a 5'11", 180-pound senior. At cornerback, number 9, Diego Ramos, a 5'8", 165-pound senior. And Diego's also our kicker and our punter. At strong safety, number 23, Nicky Sotelo, a 5'7", 160-pound sophomore. At defensive end, Roy Marcus, a 5'9", 201-pound junior. At nose guard, number 63, Cariel Rojero, a 5'8", 180-pound senior. And at defensive end, number 66, Moises Villarreal, a 5'7", 218-pound senior.
All right, those are the starters for tonight. We've got the Snyder Tigers and Fort Stockton Panthers in district play tonight. Very, very important game. And the Panthers are about to enter the field, and so are the Tigers. And they've both got their tunnels up tonight. And they both got teeth, mean-looking teeth.
Yeah, they do.
The Panther and the Tiger. All right. So we'll be back in a moment. We've got Panther football coming up from Panther Stadium shortly. We'll be back after this.
You have been listening to the pregame show with Ken Ripley and Darren Hodges. The pregame show has been brought to you by Bella Terraza, Miller Meat Company, Edward Jones Investments, and by Fort Stockton Body Shop. Stay tuned for Fort Stockton Panther Kickoff.
It's time now for Fort Stockton High School Panther football on KFST, AM and FM, KFSTradio.com, and KFST's YouTube page. Panther football is being brought to you by Amistad Motors, Bienvenidos Mexican Food Restaurant, Bucks Lube Center, Pecos County State Bank, Casilla Ledesma State Farm, the Steakhouse Restaurant, the First National Bank, Sawyer Insurance Agency, Hernandez Sanitation, Citibank, K-Bob Steakhouse, Alamo Tire and Auto Repair, Heritage Funeral Home, M&J Fast Lube, Julie's Easy Press, M&J Trucking, Weiss Tire, Joe's Place in Cantina, United Country Real Estate, and by Jones Leasing. Panther football also brought to you by Designer Carpets and Interiors, Permian Basin Abstract, the Guadalajara Mexican Grill, Cactus Health, Tacos OJ, Porky's Ice House, The Water Factory, Salceda Family Medicine and Urgent Care, CTG Express, Contessa Ready Mix, Fort Stockton Insurance Agency, Fort Stockton ISD, Ram Country of Fort Stockton, Triple G Oilfield Supply, West Texas Eye Care, Pepito's Cafe, West Texas Cinema, RA Radiance Med Spa, Airlawn Furniture Appliance, and by BBT. Now stay tuned for Panther football.
Well, good evening, everyone. We're back at Panther Stadium in Fort Stockton, and we've got the Panthers and the Tigers about to enter the field here tonight. The smoke is coming out of the Fort Stockton tunnel, so we're about ready for the start of this game tonight.
That means we're on fire.
Yes, I hope so. I hope our offense is on fire.
On fire.
Darren, we need to limit turnovers and penalties tonight. That's really been something that has hurt us in a lot of ball games this year, although against Big Spring we did not have any turnovers, had a few penalties, but they were fairly limited, and we didn't have any turnovers against Big Spring. And, we won that game. We were not favored in the game, but we won 42-21. So we need to play that kind of game again here tonight.
We do. We were, I think, a 7-point underdog at Big Spring, ended up winning by 21. So that was a great effort. Tonight, I believe, what are we, about a 12-point favorite?
Yeah, I think that's right. So we're waiting on the teams to enter, the Panthers and the Tigers here at Panther Stadium, and we'll have the national anthem coming up shortly.
And we already had some games played yesterday.
Yes.
Oh, here they come.
Here are the Panthers entering the field here at Panther Stadium. We'll be back in just a moment with Panther football after these words.
Hey Panther fans, this is Rick Franco with Amistad Motors, inviting you to come out and take a look at our pre-owned inventory. We have a good selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have several certified pre-owned units that come with an extended warranty. So if you are in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, drive on over to 2110 West Dickinson or give us a call at 336-9000. Amistad Motors, friends serving friends. Go Blue!
The trusted name in Fort Stockton and the surrounding area for construction projects of all kinds is Jones Leasing Incorporated, owned and operated by Ross Jones since 1994 for construction jobs, including remodeling projects and roofing, including hail damage, maintenance and repair, painting, and much more. It's Jones Leasing, a fully insured local company with offices at the Hodges Building in Fort Stockton across from City Hall. Call Ross Jones today for a free estimate at 432-290-7171.
Do you know where you can get a great lunch special for a very affordable price? At Bienvenido's Mexican food restaurant, of course. Their lunch special is served Monday through Friday during lunchtime. Monday is the grilled chicken salad. Tuesday is the taco plate. Wednesday, it's Bienvenido's nachos. Thursday, it's the hamburger basket. And Friday, it's the enchilada plate. You can come by Monday through Saturday from 9 to 11 a.m. for a delicious Mexican-style breakfast. Bienvenido's open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 405 West Dickinson.
And we're going to pause here for the national anthem played by the Fort Stockton Pride of Pantherland Band. Before our ball game tonight, the flag will be raised by, is that the VFW or the GI Forum in the end zone? I'm not sure, but they're going to be raising the flag in that south end zone right in front of our new field house. We had a flyover by a local airplane maybe, and looked like a Cessna or something, but it was loud, I know that.
It was loud.
Yeah, so nice little flyover. Over in Big Spring we had a helicopter land on the field and deliver the game ball.
That's what my frog said. I would like to have a flyover.
Okay, so we're about to have the captains meeting in the center of the field for the coin toss. We'll be back in a moment with our kickoff coming up.
This is Dakota Livesay for the Pecos County State Bank. As with anything valuable, trust is earned. The Pecos County State Bank has been earning trust in West Texas for over 85 years. Trust is a cornerstone of our business. You trust us with your money, your personal business, and your life. We live up to that trust every day. At the Pecos County State Bank, you will find reliability, honesty, and safety. You will find trust. The Pecos County State Bank, all the bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
Stuck in a state of falling behind? Struggling to keep up with your kids, finances, insurance? Then let State Farm Automobile Insurance Company help you simplify and get to a better state. Because I, Kessie Ledesma, your local State Farm agent, can handle your auto, home, and life insurance, so you'll have more time for everything else. Call me today at 432-336-8575 and get to a better state with State Farm.
All right, we're back, and we're having the coin toss as we speak. And I think they've already tossed the coin. Not sure who won it. I believe it was Snyder that won the toss. And they're going to elect to receive on the south end of the field. All right, so we'll get the ball in the second half. All right, Fort Stockton will be on defense first against the Tigers. We'll be back in a moment.
The Steakhouse Restaurant announces the addition of a very affordable express lunch, served Monday through Friday from 11 to 2, priced at only $7.99. It's fast and affordable with perfect portions. The lunch choices include 2 cheese enchiladas with rice and beans, 2 beef tacos with rice and beans, 2 chicken flautas with rice and beans, half a quesadilla, beef or chicken with rice and beans, a chicken breast with long green chili, rice and cucumber salad, or a half chicken fried steak with mashed potatoes and cucumber salad. Come by, sample the express lunch at the Steakhouse, 1100 West Dickinson. The First National Bank of Fort Stockton offers rock-solid banking services with a friendly staff and offers extended lobby hours. They're a full-service bank, and it's locally owned and operated, and they appreciate your business. First National Bank of Fort Stockton also operates Brave National Bank in Ira Ann. The First National Bank is proud to support the Fort Stockton Panther and Prowler athletic teams in all their competition and say, "Go Panthers and Prowlers." The friendly First National Bank of Fort Stockton, 1000 West Dickinson, member FDIC.
All right, as we come back, we're about to have the kickoff of tonight's game. I believe Ethan Rios and Israel Martinez will be back there to return the kick for Snyder. They're standing about the 10-yard line. And great kicker for us this year, Diego Ramos. He's done a great job for us for a couple of years. Diego's really done well. And
it's a funny looking G on the Tigers on our scoreboard. Don't you think?
Well, it's a bit incomplete. It looks like
maybe that'll apply to their passing game.
Yeah. All right, Diego's going to kick off from the 40-yard line. We've got partly cloudy skies this evening. Real nice night for football. The wind has died down to almost nothing. And here's number 11 taking it at the 17-yard line for Snyder. And he'll be wrapped up at the 25-yard line and driven backward. The 24 is where they're going to mark it, so he'll get a 7-yard return. Number 11 for the Tigers, Ethan Rios, and really a host of Panthers tackle him.
He's a two-way starter, one of their 3 two-way starters, Ethan Rios.
Their quarterback is Aiden Claxton, and he is a senior for the Tigers. Their starting running back is Tyson Burleson. They have 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line, the Tigers. And they've got a spread formation, 2 receivers on each side, quarterback in the shotgun, and the running back to the right. Here's a quarterback to throw, and it is almost intercepted.
Wow.
It is incomplete. That's a great defensive play by number 23 for Fort Stockton, and that would be Nicky Sotelo. Man, he and the receiver had it in his hands. Nicky just came up and knocked it out.
Yeah, he really did a nice job of going for the ball. Just as the ball hit him in the hands, I tell you, he stripped him. And Nicky's going to come out. He came up limping after that hit.
2nd down and 10, ball at the 24-yard line. Yeah, Nicky is hopping a little bit on one ankle. So here come the Tigers up again to the line of scrimmage. Now they bring 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Slot man here on the left. Here's the quarterback back to throw. Pump fake. And now they'll put pressure on him, but that is a completed pass for a 1st down out to the 40, make that the 39-yard line. And so for Snyder, that'll be about a 15-yard pickup.
Yeah, he did a nice job of rolling away from pressure, and then, in time the guy got open. We had pretty good coverage initially, but it broke down, and he found a guy right in the middle of the field.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Tigers at their own 39-yard line after a 15-yard pass completion. We're just beginning this game, first quarter, with 11:15 to go, and the Tigers now have 2 receivers on the right and 2 on the left. There's a little bit of confusion, and the quarterback goes out to tell one of the receivers what to do here. They put a receiver in motion, and there's a fumble on the play, and there is a flag for a false start, and really that is a bad break for us because we could have recovered that fumble.
Yeah, but it was forward. I think that was going to be that toss. I think it would have ended up being an incomplete pass because he kind of flipped it forward.
All right, so Snyder will have a 5-yard penalty marked off against them for a false start. And now they're back at their own 34-yard line, and it's 1st and 15. 3 receivers now on the right, 1 on the left. Running back, just 1 running back. Here's the shotgun snap, and the quarterback is going to be sacked by the Panthers, and that is Roy Marquez with the sack. That's going to be a loss, it looks like, of 7 yards for the Tigers back to their own 27-yard line. So that's a great job by Marquez.
Yeah, after that 5-yard penalty and then the 7-yard loss. So they got, second down and very long.
Yeah, second down and about 22, I think.
And we had a couple of guys breaking it open in the middle, putting pressure on the quarterback.
Now they will send out 3 receivers to the left, including the slot man also on the left side. And 1 receiver on the right. They put that receiver in motion. They fake the pitch to him. The quarterback is back to throw. He's being harassed, and he will throw it away. And that'll be a 3rd down and very long coming up for Snyder after a throwaway by the quarterback as he was under a lot of pressure by 3 Panthers.
Yeah, initially there was holding. You can see one of our defensive linemen, his jersey being pulled from behind.
3rd down and 22 now for Snyder at their own 27-yard line. The Tigers in white uniforms with black numerals, with black helmets trimmed in gold or yellow. And Fort Stockton, we're in our white pants, blue jerseys, royal blue jerseys with white numerals. 3rd down, 22. The Tigers in the shotgun, and that looked like a hold. They don't call anything. Here's the quarterback. He's going to throw it deep, and it is caught by the Tigers, and it is out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Unbelievable. They had a very long pass downfield. There was double coverage, and they came up with it anyway. It's Ethan Rios with a very long pass that he caught for a first down.
It was, and there was holding again on that play.
There was.
You can see the jersey being yanked, and no call.
No call on the holding. All right, so it is 1st down and 10 at the Fort Stockton 14-yard line after a huge gain by Snyder on that pass completion. The quarterback in the shotgun, running back just to the left. And here's the handoff, and the running back will be brought down for right at the 15-yard line. That may be a loss of 1 on the play. I believe it is.
Really a nice job that time by Alan Leyva. He came inside and wrapped him up, and running back. I thought they had a great running back, that they were supposed to run the ball a lot.
No, I just heard that they had a pretty good quarterback, but I don't know much about the running back.
Yeah.
2nd down, 11. That's what Kyle said, so don't trust that.
Oh, man.
2nd down, 11.
I don't even listen to him.
All right, 2 receivers on the right. Running back right beside the quarterback. Fake handoff. Quarterback keeps it. He's hit, and he'll be down. And there's a fumble on the play, I believe. Fort Stockton says they have it, and they do. Fort Stockton has the fumble recovery at the 5-yard line. And the quarterback, actually it was Ethan Rios, I believe, that coughed it up.
Yeah, I think that was number 4, Fabian Ramirez, that came up with that fumble recovery. But really a nice job. Once they wrapped up the quarterback, somebody came in and just ripped the ball out. And
well, Darren, one of the things Coach Howell talked about is being physical in this game tonight, and that was a very physical play, and the Panthers get the benefit.
Let's rough up those Tigers. What do you say?
Yeah.
That was a good play. That was a good drive. I tell you, they're pretty lucky, but great catch.
Yeah.
On that third and very long.
Well, I just think we're going to have to adjust to that and recognize that guy can catch the ball even when he's double and triple covered. It's 1st and 10 for the Panthers after the fumble recovery, and we've got a long way to go. We're at our own 5-yard line. There are 2 receivers on the right, 2 on the left. Jerry Diaz, our quarterback, is standing right on the goal line. And here's the handoff. And that's going to be ahead for our running back, number 0, Nick Almendares. He's going to gain a couple. It'll be a 2-yard gain for Nick, and it'll be 2nd and 8. But you do have to kind of be careful down in this area.
Let's wing it.
On offense.
Yeah, you do. A turnover's a touchdown. So
right. So 2nd down and 8 now for the Panthers. Jerry Diaz is the quarterback. Nick Almendares the running back. And now Jerry is back to throw. And he has got a completion to the 40, down to the 50, and we're knocked out of bounds on the other side of the 50-yard line. Pass completion from Jerry Diaz to Cedric Lopez. And I'll tell you, Cedric was really wide open on that play.
Really was. I tell you, they were looking for us to run it out one more time. They got caught looking in the backfield, and I tell you, Cedric did a great job. He slowed up, made the catch, and then took off.
And that's down to the Snyder 43-yard line. Here's the handoff to Almendares. Almendares will be stopped for about a yard, maybe a yard and a half, but short yardage. We'll call it 2, and it's going to bring up 1 yard, 2nd and 9. With 7:25 to go in the first quarter, we're scoreless in this ball game. That's your BBT score. 2nd and 9 for the Panthers. 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Here's Diaz back to throw. And here's another wide open receiver, but he overthrew Lopez again. Not again. Last time he hit him for a great pass completion. This time he overthrew Lopez by just a bit, but man, Cedric has been wide open twice now.
Yes, Cedric. I see Nicky's trying to stretch, get his legs loosened up. I think he might have had a cramp, but this is a big 3rd down. We need to make at least 5 or 6 yards so we can go for it.
3rd down and 8 for the Panthers. And here's Diaz, the pass complete into the flat to Nick Almendares. He's got a 1st down, I believe. I believe Nick's got 10 yards on that pass completion in the right flat, and it is good for a Cactus Health Services 1st down.
Really a nice play. That's like a long handoff. Nick does a good job catching the ball and getting upfield, and that is a Cactus Health 1st down. Great job by the Panthers.
All right, the Panthers 1st and 10 at the 33 of the Snyder Tigers. We have driven it from our own 5-yard line after the turnover, but there's a timeout on the field. We'll be back after this timeout.
Sawyer Insurance Agency has 4 locations in West Texas to serve you, including 706 West Dickinson in Fort Stockton and 1502 South Stockton Avenue in Monahans, with offices in Midland and Lubbock. They offer the most complete line of commercial and personal insurance, from workers' comp, general liability, business and personal auto, commercial property, equipment, oil and gas, farm and ranch, and home insurance. Contact Clyde, Nathan, or Travis Sawyer today by calling 336-7543 or 943-9600. Hernandez Sanitation in Fort Stockton proudly serves a large portion of West Texas with sanitation services, including the oil field for portable toilets, holding tanks, septic tank service, grease trap service, or large roll-off trash containers. Contact Hernandez Sanitation today by calling owner and operator Joe Angel Hernandez at 432-336-3803. Hernandez Sanitation, a proud member of the Fort Stockton community, always supporting all the athletic and extracurricular activities in Fort Stockton schools.
All right, here goes Jerry Diaz on a quarterback keeper, and he ran over one of his own players on that run, Alan Leyva. I think it was Alan, might have been Nick. But anyway, he's got a 1st down run, Darren, of about maybe 12 yards down to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, and then he rolled over the safety and just kind of knocked him back 2 yards. So another 1st down.
Yeah, brought to you by Cactus Health Services. It's 1st and 10 at the 21 of Snyder. Here's Diaz back in the shotgun. He's being rushed by 2 defenders, and now they did hit Jerry, but did they hit him late? It was an incomplete pass. So it'll be 2nd and 10, and I don't see any flags.
I've decided this is, which I don't mind. This is the officiating crew that throws no flags. In fact, someone said they were going to have to get some flags at halftime because they forgot them in their dressing room.
Okay, it's 2nd and 10, ball at the 21 of Snyder as we gain nothing on that incomplete pass. And now we've got Nick Almendaris in the backfield. Nicky Sotelo's back in at receiver here on this near side. And Jerry was looking for Nick, but he was covered. And here is Jerry. Man, he just rammed a Snyder Tiger defender and gained quite a bit more yardage there. And that's about a 7-yard pickup for Diaz after he just put his shoulder into that defender and knocked him to the ground.
Well, when your quarterback outweighs the linebacker by 30 pounds, you can do that, and he did it.
Great job there by Jerry Diaz on that run. It's a 7-yard pickup. And I'm sure we're in 4-down territory here, but it's 3rd and 3. We've got 6:15 left in the first quarter. 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right, and that's Sotelo here on the near side. Nick Almendaris shifts to the right. Now here's Diaz. He will fake it. He's got a first down and a touchdown. That is a 14-yard run and another first down for the Panthers, brought to you by Cactus Health Services, and it is an M&J Trucking scoring play. It's a touchdown for Jerry Diaz, makes it 6-0 Fort Stockton.
Probably even an outstanding play. And what an outstanding drive. 95 yards, more or less. That's a great drive.
M&J Fast Lube, outstanding play as well right there for the touchdown. Diego Ramos will be kicking, and the kick is up, and it's good. Panthers lead at 7-0, and that is your BBT score. We'll be back with more Panther football in a moment.
United Country Real Estate is your top real estate agency in the Trans-Pecos. Serving Pecos, Reeves, Ward, Terrell, Brewster, and Presidio counties, you'll find fabulous listings for West Texas homes, ranches, commercial property, and hunting land. Serving all surrounding area towns and communities. Visit their website today at ucre-wtx.com to view their listings. Also ask them about property management. Located at 1032 North Highway 285 in Fort Stockton, also with an office in Pecos. Call United Country today at 432-336-1111.
Your dreams are what power our community. When it comes to buying a home, starting a business, or tools to help with everyday money management, Citibank is a proud community leader for your financial needs. From personal checking and lending solutions to mobile banking and a suite of business services, our goal is to help you achieve yours. Citibank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Here's a rather short kick, but it is muffed by the Tigers, and they barely pick it up in time to save the possession. Number 11, who caught that long pass a moment ago, Ethan Rios, muffed the kickoff, and then he picked it back up and gained only a yard or two on the return.
Yes, really, again, nice coverage and directional kick, kind of high, out around the 20, 15, and good coverage by the Panthers.
All right, it's 1st down and 10 for the Tigers. This is their second drive as we recovered a fumble down at the 5-yard line on their last drive, on our 5. And then we had a 95-yard drive for a touchdown. Panthers are leading at 7-0. That's your BBT score. 2 receivers on each side. Here's the quarterback. And that is a great defensive play. First of all, number 4 for the Panthers, Fabian Ramirez, jumped up and got in the face of the quarterback as he was about to throw, and then he was sacked by another player.
Landon Rivas, who I think he's playing linebacker, but he's coming on most plays. He's kind of a rush linebacker. Really a nice job to stop the quarterback and then wrap him up.
And it's a sack, so it's 2nd down and 15 as Snyder loses 5 on that play. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Quarterback in the shotgun, running back to his left. Now the quarterback back to throw again. And the Panthers are after the quarterback again. And we can't corral him, but that's a long pass that he throws away down the right sideline. And it's incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 15. Now, Darren, we need to stop them on 3rd and 15 here. Last time, they were bailed out on a 3rd and long with a very long pass completion.
It was, and again, we saw some holding on the play where guys being pulled by his jersey.
It wasn't called.
And it wasn't called, but he made a long throw, and the receiver made an even better catch.
So it's 3rd and 15 for the Tigers back at their 18-yard line. Snyder has 2 receivers on the right side, now 3 receivers on the right, and 2 on the left, empty backfield except the quarterback in the shotgun. Panther shifting a little bit on defense. And, boy, there's a blitz on the play, and that was just a little bit too far for the intended receiver, who was Tyson Burleson. And so that's incomplete. It'll bring up 4th and 15, and punting time for Snyder.
Again, they got Landon Rivas blitzing the quarterback on just about every play, and he almost got there. I think it forced him to throw it a little early.
4th down and 15 for Snyder. Now they come out like they're going to go for this, but we may see a quick kick by the quarterback. Who knows? But it looks like that they're lining up in a regular offensive formation. Now Nicky Sotelo is backing up to receive the kick. It is going to be a quick kick, a line drive, taken by Sotelo at the 50-yard line. He's to the 40, he's down to the 30, and to the 20. And Nicky has a touchdown on a 50-yard punt return. The Panthers are now leading 13-0 with the kick to come, and there are no flags on that return, I don't believe.
It's bad when those quick kicks surprise you. But this one didn't surprise us. We surprised them. We got these quick kick return.
What about Nicky Sotelo and his punt return and kick return game? Unbelievable.
And he's been out. He just went back in. He'd been out kind of, I think, a cramp. He comes in, and now he's out of breath.
Okay, it is extra point time for the Panthers. That's an M&J Trucking scoring play on the punt return. Here's the Diego Ramos kick. It is 7-0. And we'll make it 14-0. Fort Stockton leading. That's your BBT score. We'll be back in a moment in the first quarter.
Hey, Fort Stockton. Hungry for a deal that satisfies every craving? K-Bob's Steakhouse has you covered with a 2 for $20 meal deal. That's right. Choose a starter like crispy potato skins, cheesy quesadilla or zesty fried pickles, and pair it with an entree. The juicy 6-ounce sirloin, crispy catfish platter, or maybe the hearty chicken fried steak. The choice is yours. Your entree also comes with your choice of sides, baked potato fries, or green beans, all for $20. So grab your friends, family, or come solo and treat yourself at K-Bob's Steakhouse in Fort Stockton. Come by today. If you or your spouse have been thinking about pre-planning your funerals, Heritage Funeral Home of the Big Bend has some very important news. Now is the best time to plan for your eternity and take the financial burden off your loved ones. If you already have a plan, let them review it with you. At Heritage Funeral Home of the Big Bend, they'll work with you so that your final requests are personalized just for you. Call or come by today at 301 North Main or message them on Facebook.
All right, first quarter, 4:59 left, and the Panthers are leading 14-0. Here's the kickoff by Diego Ramos. Another short kick taken at the 20-yard line by the Tigers, and they squeeze through for about an 8 or 9 yard return to the 29. It'll be a 9-yard return to the 29-yard line, and Snyder will have their 3rd possession of the ball game. Fort Stockton has scored on both of its possessions. One of them after a fumble recovery at our own 5-yard line when Snyder looked like they were going in to score, but we stripped the ball and recovered a fumble, drove it 95 yards for a touchdown. And then, of course, we have that Nicky Sotelo punt return of 50 yards for the 2nd touchdown.
Excellent job by, defense, offense, and special teams.
1st down and 10, Snyder. They hand it off, and it's up the middle. The Panthers get a good stop on that play. And let's see, it is number 8, I believe, Alan Leyva making the stop after a 2-yard pickup. And they have not really tried to run that much in this game, but there they do have a 2-yard gain on a up-the-middle run.
It's deja vu. We saw like 59 passes last week.
Yeah.
And starting up that way again.
Well, that was a delayed handoff. It gets 2 yards. All right, here's Snyder in the shotgun again. They put the slot man in motion. And now here's Snyder back to throw. And the quarterback is under pressure. He is almost sacked, but he runs out of bounds right before Fort Stockton's able to hit him, and that will lose yardage. It'll lose 3 on the play by the quarterback, Aiden Claxton.
Yeah, so that's technically a sack. So nice job by the we had him, and we didn't have the angle. He had a nice angle to escape, but really good pursuit, forcing him out. And so now it's 3rd and long again.
And where they mark it, it's a loss of 4 on the play. So it's 3rd and 12, back at the 27-yard line. 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Here's the quarterback to throw again, and he's being pressured by this Panther defense, and he's still in bounds, and he scooted up the sideline. He's marked out at the 35, so that'll be a 7-yard pickup, but there's a flag on the far side.
I wonder if they're going to say we were offsides, or maybe they finally called a holding play, or maybe illegal formation.
There is a flag on this play, so we'll see if who it's against on this play. The quarterback had gained 7 yards on a scramble up the left sideline.
They're pointing at us, so I'm going to say it's against Fort Stockton.
All right, it is offsides against the Panthers, so Snyder could save the down and gain 5 yards, and that's what they're going to do.
It is, so it's going to still be 3rd and long.
It'll be 3rd and about 7. 3rd and 7, and so they'll get another chance here at making the first down.
Well, I don't think they'll try to run unless the quarterback scrambles.
Everybody in much tighter now. They've got 4 receivers stacked over there near the line of scrimmage, 3 receivers. And now here is the quarterback. He's being rushed, and there is a man really wide open down the right sideline, and he overthrows him. But I tell you, that was dangerous. Gavin Danford was wide open down the right sideline. Had he had a good pass to catch, that would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, but he didn't.
No, he didn't. It's incomplete, and it's 4th down and 7. But it was a dangerous play. They've had 1 long passing play for, I think, 65 yards.
Yes, they have. And now we'll see if they'll quick kick or go for it, or it'll be an interesting call here for Snyder.
4th down and 7 for the Tigers. The Panthers leading 14-0 here in the first quarter. 3:50 to go. Last time they lined up like this, they quick kicked the ball. And we do not have anybody back to return it. Yep, and here's the kick. Nobody back to return. It takes a Snyder bounce inside the 30-yard line down to about the 27. And so that's where we will set it up 1st and 10. Panthers with a 14-0 lead.
Well, I've taken numerous lip reading courses, even the advanced, and the coach said, boys, don't feel this when our offense needs a little work. And so we didn't even try to feel that so our offense can get some practice. So that's why we didn't try return. Just in case you were wondering.
Well, maybe they were afraid they would fake punt it because Nicky wasn't back there, and maybe they lured him into just, we'll go ahead and punt.
What is that noise?
I don't know. All right, here's the Panthers with Jerry Diaz. A completed pass to Sotelo on the right side. And Sotelo, I believe, is going to have a first down, a pickup of 13 yards to the 41-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10, brought to you by Cactus Health Services. Outstanding play brought to you by M&J Fast Lube. Panthers in the hurry up, and now here's the handoff. Goes right up the middle to Nicky that's not Nick. It's Nick Almendares, not Nick Sotelo. I get confused with all the Nickies or the Nicks.
When you were younger, you didn't, but I've noticed it more lately, I think.
Well, that's an 8-yard pickup on a nice run by Almendares, and it's 2nd and 2. And see, the passing game, Darren, is going to open up that running game.
Really has.
And it's doing that right now. Here's another good run by Nick Almendares down to the 41-yard line. So that's going to be about an 11-yard pickup for a Panther first down, brought to you by Cactus Health Services.
This is the most balanced I've ever seen Fort Stockton's offense. We actually
looking good.
We actually are good at throwing the ball. I like it.
First down and 10, ball at the 41. Panthers leading 14-0 over the Snyder Tigers. Here's Diaz, takes the snap, pass down the middle, caught by Sotelo down to the 15-yard line. Nicky Sotelo with a nice catch down the middle, and he was pretty well covered.
That was a beautiful passing catch.
And that is a first down brought to you by Cactus Health, and an outstanding play brought to you by M&J Fast Lube. High snap, and Jerry will keep it. He's going to go into the end zone. Jerry Diaz scores the 15-yard touchdown on a run. There is a flag down at the 3-yard line. And I don't know, this may be against Snyder. I'm not sure. Could be a block in the back. I don't know.
Well, of course, you know, here we are at home.
It's holding against the Panthers.
There's 2 penalties in the whole game. They've missed holding where we can see the guy, you know, when they ripped the guy's jersey off and threw it down, that's an obvious hold. But we were caught.
Well, it's a first down nevertheless because it's a spot foul. We still got a first down, and it's 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line for Fort Stockton.
Yeah,
it wipes out that Jerry Diaz touchdown.
We made about 2 feet.
Two receivers on each side for Fort Stockton. 2:16 to go. Here's Diaz back to throw. He's looking for, there's a flag. Oh, they're going to get interference on Snyder here, I think. I think that was intended for Michael John Patino, or was it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
number 1.
Because Patino is back from an injury.
Yeah,
he suffered an injury early this season, and he's back in the game, and he is interfered with in the end zone.
Yeah, I think he was knocked off his route, and he was bumped when he made his cut, so I believe that'll be a first down.
They'll place it at the 1-yard line or the 2. Which is it? The 1?
I think maybe half the. I'm not sure.
It's at the 1-yard line because the interference call was in the end zone, so it's at the 1, and it's 1st and goal at the 1-yard line for the Panthers.
You are correct, Swami.
3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Nick Almendaris in the backfield along with Jerry Diaz. All right, here is Jerry Diaz. He's going to walk into the end zone. Well, he's not going to walk. He's going to trot into the end zone for a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers, with 2:06 remaining in the first quarter, are leading this game 20-0 over Snyder. Wow.
Well, it is. I think we knew that, we looked at some scores. Monahan's offense has struggled to score, and they put up 30 on Snyder. So we knew Snyder's defense would probably give up some points. But 21 in the first quarter, that's more than I imagined.
All right, here's the extra point. That was an M&J Trucking scoring play. 1-yard touchdown run by Jerry Diaz. And here's the kick by Diego Ramos. It's good. 21-0. Panthers leading first quarter. We'll be back with more Panther football after this timeout.
Need a quick, efficient oil change? M&J Fast Lube at 116 West Dickinson is here to serve you. Martine and Julia Ibarra invite you to stop by. They have great service, and they offer auto oil and lube services with the top major oil brands and vehicle washing and cleaning. Or you can get your vehicle completely detailed. It'll look like you just bought it. That's M&J Fast Lube, 116 West Dickinson, supporting Panther and Prowler sports. Go Blue. M&J Trucking Services supports our Fort Stockton Panther and Prowler athletic teams and wants you to know that there's a locally owned and operated oilfield trucking company that can handle your vacuum truck and water hauling in the surrounding area. It's M&J Trucking in Fort Stockton, offering 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week vacuum truck and water hauling service. Contact M&J Trucking today at 290-4510. M&J Trucking, owned and operated by Martine Ibarra, proudly supporting the Fort Stockton Panthers and Prowlers.
All right, here's the kick. It's taken at the 16-yard line by the Tigers. Different return man this time. It is Xavier Molinar returning the kick for the Tigers out to about the 28-yard line.
Cheerleaders are throwing footballs. Wow, that one's got a pretty good arm. Almost threw it over the press box. Well, what a great start in a very important game. We couldn't have asked for a better start.
That's really a good start. Yep, 21-0 first quarter with 1:59 to go in this period. 2 receivers on the left, 2 on the right for the Tigers. Quarterback in the shotgun. Running back to his right. Quarterback back to throw, and he was blitzed. And there's a long throw downfield. That's a flag coming out against Fort Stockton. That was 2 flags. So the 2 officials agree on the interference call on Fort Stockton there, it looks like. And I believe it might have, it's Diego Ramos on the coverage. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty against the Panthers and give Snyder a first down.
Well, it was pretty good coverage. I thought they were hand fighting, but they called that against Diego.
That'll put the ball at about the 42-yard line, and it'll be a 1st and 10.
I believe you are correct, maybe 43-yard line.
Okay, 43-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Tigers with 1:46 to go first quarter. Your BBT score, 21-0. Fort Stockton in the lead over the Snyder Tigers in a very important district ball game. 1st and 10 now for the Tigers after the interference call against the Panthers. 2 receivers on each side, and it looks like a false start on the Tigers. We'll see. Yes, it is. That'll back them up 5 yards to the 38-yard line. 1st and 15.
38-yard line will bring up a 1st and 15.
I like it. I think is that the first penalty on Snyder? No, the second. 3rd one. Okay.
There is a volleyball game going on tonight between Seminole and Andrews. Seminoles won the first set. It is 1st and 15 for the Tigers. Here's the handoff. And that goes to number 13, who breaks tackles. And he is going to get good yardage. He's got a first down. There's a flag coming in. So there's going to be, I think, a holding call or a block in the back further downfield.
Yeah, we had him. It looked like we had him for no gain. But he pulled out of 2 or 3 tackles.
That's Tyson Burleson, their running back. And he is a sophomore.
Yes, if I'm not mistaken, I was studying up on some of this before the game. His family is heir to the Tyson chicken fortune. So,
well, it's going to be, a big penalty against the Tigers. That will negate a big run. And it's going to be a first down and about 21. 1st and 21 for the Tigers at their own 32-yard line.
Yeah, false start and then holding.
All right, they've got a receiver on each side. They've got 3 receivers here on the left side. Quarterback back to throw, and it is incomplete. And it was really a good pass, but Nehemiah Vasquez went right through his hands. So it's going to be a 2nd and 21.
Actually, that was number 11. Is that Nehemiah Vasquez?
No.
Number 11?
No.
I think that's who that was. But, yeah, he dropped it. It was right in his hands, right at the.
I had number 3 out there, but I don't know.
Oh, okay.
2nd down, 21. 3 receivers stacked here on the near side, close into the line of scrimmage. And now here's the quarterback, and he is being rushed again, and he is going to be sacked. And I believe that is Landon Rivas, number 7.
Number 4 got him. Number 4 got him. And
Landon was there first. Okay. Fabian Ramirez?
Yep, it was Fabian.
Okay.
And the quarterback is down. He went down awkwardly.
Yeah, quarterback is down. We'll take an injury timeout. We'll be back in a moment.
At Weiss Tire Pros, they've been servicing vehicles reliably for generations. They're family owned and operated for over 35 years, and they're here to make certain your cars and trucks keep their promise to you. They're more than just tires, offering full automotive services, so they keep you focused on the road ahead. They carry all major tire brands. For whatever you drive, Weiss Tire Pros has a tire to fit your needs. With Weiss Tire Pros, they're here to help keep you safe on the road. Visit the store today in Fort Stockton. Weiss Tire Pros. Love the drive.
Buck's Lube Center is located at 310 West Dickinson in Fort Stockton. They feature quick oil changes, multi-point vehicle checks, inspection stickers, and fuel filters for all vehicles, specializing in mobile oil but with Motorcraft also in stock. Buck's Lube Center is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Remember, for reasonable prices and great service, it's Buck's Lube Center, 310 West Dickinson, Fort Stockton. They hope to serve you on every oil change.
All right, we're back, and it's a 21-0 lead by Fort Stockton. That's your BBT score. And the quarterback has just gone out of the game limping pretty badly. He was sacked by Fort Stockton just a moment ago, and it is third and very, very long. They would have to get to the Panther 47 to get a first down.
Well, we'll see who's in at quarterback. It looks like number 12, maybe.
It's third and 34 for the Snyder Tigers. Panthers shift back out on defense, trying to deny a big play. Here come the linebackers, and man, that is a catch that number 24 actually took away from our defender, and that is Striker Brashear, who really had a good catch, and Fort Stockton almost intercepted, but Brashear took it away and got a big completion to the 40-yard line, but it is still 4th down and 13 for Snyder.
Yeah, he did a good job. Both players had the ball, but he was able to rip it out and then pick up another 5 or 6 yards.
I believe that's a 21-yard pickup on that play. 4th down and 13 now for Snyder, and will they go for it? They may. 2 receivers on each side, and they are going for it. And the new quarterback there isn't a new quarterback, I believe, in there. And that was caught.
Short of the first down.
It is short of the first down at the 50-yard line. They picked up about 10 yards, but it is short of the first down. It'll turn over the ball on downs to the Panthers at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, their new quarterback is their running back, Tyson Burleson.
That's Seth Cooper. Oh, their running back is Tyson Burleson.
13 was playing quarterback, though.
Oh, was he?
Yes.
Thought it was 12. Okay.
How much time is left in this quarter? One more
4
play.
seconds.
Wow.
4 seconds. And the clock stops on the change of possession. So it's 1st and 10, ball at the 50-yard line. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. And the quarterback in the shotgun for the Panthers, Diaz, and he'll complete the pass to Jeremiah Gonzalez. No gain on the play with a completed pass. That'll be the end of the first quarter, 21-0 Fort Stockton. That's your BBT score. We'll be back in a moment.
Designer Carpets and Interiors has become known in Fort Stockton as the remodeling experts. They will be glad to put together a free estimate on just about any remodeling project, always keeping in mind your budget. They also can help with ideas and designs for your project to upgrade your home and add to its value. They also have all types of the latest and most modern flooring, including carpet, tile, hardwood, laminates, custom cabinetry, countertops, and much more. Call Designer Carpets and Interiors today at 336-6591. Permian Basin Abstract Company is located at 600 West Dickinson and is available to handle all your real estate closings. They have a full-service title company and are experts at handling all the tricky parts of title work. Great customer service is their #1 goal with local manager Penny McKnight. Permian Basin Abstract has locations in Andrews, Seminole, Pecos, and the local office in Fort Stockton to serve all area West Texas counties and have all records available. Call 432-336-3301 or go by Permian Basin Abstract, corner of Monahans Highway and Dickinson Boulevard.
All right, Fort Stockton will have the ball. It is 2nd down and 10. And here's Jerry. Long pass downfield, and it is overthrown and incomplete. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 10 now for the Panthers. Well, the Panthers, in that first quarter, 8 first downs. Snyder had 3. We had 57 rushing yards, an average of 6.33 per rush. Snyder minus 26, an average of 3.71, or I guess a minus 3.71. And then we were 5 of 7 for 94 yards. They were 4 out of 10 for 115 yards.
Well, that 65-yarder was a big one. And then we played prevent on a couple.
Well, it's 3rd down and 10, Darren. We need a big play right here. 3rd and 10 at the 50-yard line. Need to get to the Snyder 40 for the first down. And here is Jerry back to pass, being rushed. He waits till the last moment to throw it as he was under a lot of pressure, and it's underthrown and incomplete.
Yeah, he's trying to hit Angel Lujan, and probably had him open with a good pass, but just didn't get it there.
It's a 4th down and 10 now for Fort Stockton. It's time for our first punt, perhaps.
Well, let's see if we can pin them deep. You know, if we pin them deep, we could get a safety. Looks like Jerry is going to be punting instead of Diego.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
So 4th down and 10 for the Panthers. And it looks like Jerry Diaz is punting from his own 40-yard line, low snap. And that's a good high punt. And it is going to roll into the end zone. And that'll be a touchback. Snyder will have it at the 20-yard line. So it's about a 48-yard punt. But it will net the Panthers only about 28.
Punted it too well.
Yep. All right, 21-0 Fort Stockton with 11:37 remaining in the second quarter. And let's see, what is the other district game going on? Monahans and Greenwood? I think Seminole's open tonight.
Yes, you're correct. Again. You were right again. All right, I'm going to look at quarterback. We've got 12 and 13 back there.
12 is the quarterback.
I believe 12 is the quarterback.
That's Seth Cooper. Right, here's Cooper back to throw, and now he's going to pick it up and run, and the Panthers were right there following him for the tackle. And nice job there by 64 for the Panthers. Daniel Pettis for the tackle. Really, at the 20-yard line, no gain. It's 2nd and 10.
Really did a nice job as the quarterback took off to run past him. He just reached around and grabbed him and pulled him down.
2nd down 10 now for the Tigers, and the Panther defense has played really well except for that one play, and really it was pretty well defended. It was just a good catch by that receiver.
Yeah, they've had a couple of really good catches, one where they took it away from the defender.
Yeah. 2nd down and 10 for Snyder now at their own 20. 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Snyder fakes the handoff, now passes it out into the left flat. And it is number 2 for the Panthers, Jordan Ovetta, who makes a good tackle on that receiver for a gain of about 4 yards.
Well, it's going to be, you know, of course, Snyder, they have nothing to lose. They may go for it a number of times because they've got to win tonight.
Yep.
They have no margin for error.
3rd down and 6 for the Tigers. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left, on the very far side. All right, the Tigers back to throw. Into the middle, the pass is dropped, I believe.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was intended for Kason Reinhardt, and he just didn't keep it in his hands, and the Panthers played pretty good defense on it. It's 4th down and 6 for the Tigers.
What if it was the Panthers, the Tigers, and his name was Lionheart? That would be kind of funny. But, no, he dropped it.
What is that? What was it? Richard the Lionheart?
Richard the Lionheart. Yes. All right.
4th down and 6 for the Tigers now, and we're expecting a quick kick. We don't have anybody back to return.
We might block it.
Here's the kick. Now, boy, this is a nice boomer, and it's not going to take, well, now it takes a slight Snyder roll, but not bad. Fort Stockton will have it at our own 36-yard line.
Well,
no return because there was nobody back there to receive the punt.
Well, I mean, better safe than sorry. Don't let them pick up a 1st down. Make them punt it. And then we've already had a 95-yard touchdown drive. We can certainly make a 60 yards.
Had a 50-yard punt return by Nicky Sotelo for a touchdown also.
Yes, we did.
Okay, so it's 1st and 10. Ball at the 36-yard line, Panthers. We get another shot at offense here.
We need about 64 yards. I bet we're going to, I don't know what we're going to do. We may run it this time up a little bit.
Jerry Diaz in the shotgun, 2 receivers on each side. Almendaris the running back. And here's the handoff to Nick. Nick Almendaris will have 3 yards to the 39-yard line, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 7. The Pride of Pantherland Band will be going to UIL marching contest tomorrow, I believe, at Odessa's Ratliff Stadium. And also our Prowlers will play tomorrow morning in volleyball against Pecos at 10 a.m. That's an early game, so be sure and be there. There will be a cancer survivor ceremony as well tomorrow. It's the pink out game. 2nd and 7. Here's the pass downfield to Cedric Lopez, and man, it hit him right in the face mask. It bounced off, and it's incomplete. 3rd and is it 2nd or 3rd and 7?
3rd and 7.
3rd and 7.
Yeah, it was really a pretty good pass, but also really good coverage.
Yeah, it was.
Snyder's got some pretty decent speed on the back end.
3rd down and 7. We'll come up in the hurry-up offense. We've got 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Almendaris, the running back, and Diaz, the quarterback for the Panthers. 3rd and 7. And here's a rusher trying to get to Jerry. There's a flag thrown in the backfield, and that is going to be thrown away. Snyder will probably decline this if it's a hold and force us to punt.
I think you are probably right.
Usually that's a holding call in the offensive backfield. And so, they are looking. Yeah, it's against Fort Stockton. So they're giving Snyder the option. I'm sure that they will decline this penalty and make it a 4th and 7. Would make sense to me.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh, it's a face mask against Fort Stockton. Wow.
Well, they may take
that is declined and brings up 4th and 7.
Well, last time we punted it about 55 yards, counting the roll through the end zone. So let's do that again.
Ball spotted at the 39-yard line.
Well, we don't have a punter yet.
I think Jerry will probably punt.
And we've got about 15 seconds on the play clock. Here comes Jerry back into the ball game now. And all right, we've got 9:15 left.
We're lining up on offense.
We are. It's 4th and 7. Jerry is going for it, and he's going to pass it. And it is caught by Sotelo, and that's the other Sotelo for the Panthers. Jaden Sotelo. What about that play? With about a 60-yard completion for a touchdown, and that's a scoring play. Touchdown brought to you by M&J Trucking.
What a great play. Yeah, I tell you, they thought we were going to punt, and Jerry's back a little bit deep. They have a return man, and then he sprints forward, and we got a guy that's wide open. Now, they did a good job of getting back and making it close, but a great catch by Jaden Sotelo.
Okay, here's Diego Ramos kicking the ball for the Panthers for the extra point. And this one is up, and it's good. 28-0. The Panthers leading with 9:04 to go in the first half. That's your BBT score. Back in a moment.
Have you tried the delicious Jalisco-style Mexican food at the Guadalajara Mexican Grill recently? Their food and service is fast and top-notch. Plus, they're now offering some additions to their huge menu, including the carnitas plate and the fantastic molcajete with beef, chicken, and shrimp. They also now have delicious chicken wings spiced with mango, habanero, buffalo, or barbecue. Top it off with your favorite adult beverages and drinks and desserts. They also have daily specials, and you can dine in or call in orders at 336-6600. The Guadalajara Mexican Grill, 200 East 19th on the Imperial Highway.
At Cactus Health Services, they're here when you need them. On Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays, the friendly staff at Cactus Health is ready to serve you from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. and from 2 to 5 p.m. On Tuesdays, they're open from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. and from 2 to 7. Would you like to get in earlier? The Cactus Health office is open on Wednesdays from 7:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. and from 2 to 4:30. Whether it's a routine checkup or something more, they're here for your health. Call Cactus Health at 336-8110.
My goodness, Snyder's up man let the ball go down to the second man through to return that kick, and he muffed it a little bit. And I tell you, just as soon as he got control of the ball, he was nailed.
I think it was 18, Sebastian Nieto, that really just planted him.
I think you're right. I think it was Nieto, but man, what a play right there. And is that a replay there? I'm not sure, but I think it was 18. Yeah, Sebastian Nieto. What a hit. 1st and 10 for Snyder at the 19-yard line. And now there's a timeout. by the officials. They're stopping play for a little bit.
Well, they wanted to watch the replay, and that it is a good replay. I mean, he got crushed.
There's a motion penalty against Snyder.
Well, you should play with emotion. I don't know what.
No, motion.
Yes. Not emotion.
No.
Never mind.
That's a 5-yard penalty. Ball back to the 14-yard line.
Why's our light on in here?
Oh, don't know. We don't need it, that's for sure.
What a tackle.
All right, there was a handoff, and was that a handoff?
It was a handoff.
Okay, very good. It's no gain on the play. 2nd and 15.
With that stop, 2nd down, 14.
Well, we need to get that light off if we can somehow. Oh, there we, well. All right, it's 2nd down and 15. Ball back to the 15-yard line. Snyder in the shotgun, and they will hand it off. They're coming to the left, and they're going to be tackled right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and about 15.
I think that was number 20, Adrian Ramirez, that came up and made that tackle. Really a nice job.
It's about actually 2nd and now it's 3rd and 14.
No gain on the play will bring up a 3rd and 14.
Well,
what a great game for the Panthers so far, Darren. Early, really, in the second quarter with a 28-0 lead over Snyder.
Well, I'd let them have it for that one drive we didn't score. You got to score every drive.
3rd down and 14. And here's the pistol formation. Snyder's quarterback now back to throw, and it's incomplete. They still have I assume their backup quarterback, Seth Cooper, in the ball game after their starting quarterback went out limping. And it's now 4th down and 14.
Number 9, Diego Ramos, back on the fence that time for the Panthers.
All right, 4th down, 14, ball at the 16-yard line.
That's
28-0, Fort Stockton leading with 7:34 left to go in this second quarter. Quarterback in the shotgun, and that again is Cooper, and they will quick kick it. And it bounces at around the 40-yard line, and it will be downed right there. So the Panthers will have good field position to start this drive with 7:24 left in this second quarter with a 28-0 lead.
Well, keep scoring. That's keep scoring. We can evaluate after the first drive of the third quarter, but I think we keep scoring right now. There is a discussion on the field.
Well, where's your lip reading knowledge when you need it?
I was battling that light, which does not want to go off. It's very odd.
Well, we may have to get up there and take the light bulb out.
Yeah,
that would work.
That would do it. We could do that.
1st down and 10, ball at the 46-yard line. Jerry Diaz in the shotgun. We've got 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left, but there's a timeout. So we'll take a timeout here. We'll be back with more Panther football in a moment.
Tacos OJ in Fort Stockton is famous for its fabulous authentic Mexican food and is now offering breakfast every day from 8 a.m. until noon. Yes, not only can you find the most delicious Mexican food in town, but you can also now have either a Mexican or American breakfast at Tacos OJ, served from 8 a.m. until noon daily. Tacos OJ, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. They offer a full menu of great Mexican and American food. Tacos OJ, now serving breakfast, 1305 North Main. They also have a drive-through window for takeout orders. Call 336-3066. Porky's Ice House in Fort Stockton is the place to get your drinks and snacks in Fort Stockton, with 2 convenient drive-through lanes open 7 days a week for teas, lemonades, and fountain drinks with added flavors upon request and much more. Go by Porky's Ice House, and remember, happy hour is each day from 4 to 6 p.m. with all drinks any size for just $1. They also make popular Clamato, Squirt, Topo Chico, and Jerky Preparados that are delicious, along with nachos. Porky's Ice House, 1401 West Dickinson in Fort Stockton.
We're back to play, and here is a pass thrown by Jerry Diaz. He leads Jaden Sotelo by just a about 3 feet too much, and it's incomplete. But really, he put it where Jaden possibly could get to it and evade the defender, but it was just a little bit too far inside.
The defender fell down.
Yeah.
And so
and Jaden was he was open, of course, but
it would have been a touchdown.
Oh, yeah. And Jaden Sotelo's already had one of those tonight. All right, it's 2nd and 10. Jerry Diaz in the shotgun once again. And here's Jerry, and he will pass the ball in the flat to Nick Almendares. It's complete. He had some receivers blocking in front of him, Darren, close into the line of scrimmage that time. He picks up 8 yards.
Really nice play, and like a big handoff, long handoff. Caught it in stride, found his blockers, and got upfield.
It is 3rd and 2 now for the Panthers after a nice play by Nick Almendares.
We've got Alan Lavin at fullback. He's going to be blocking, and may see Jerry run this.
3rd and 2, and Jerry will run it. He's got a first down. He's to the 10 and the 5. He's brought down around the 6-yard line, and that'll be a big gain, 32 yards for Jerry Diaz. And that's a Panther first down brought to you by Cactus Health, and it's an outstanding play brought to you by M&J Fast Lube. And we've got a man down on the field, so we'll take a timeout, and we'll be right back.
The Water Factory, located at 1005 North Butts in Fort Stockton, is your answer to premium drinking water and ice. For all your home or office cooler needs in Fort Stockton, it's the Water Factory. They have bottle and bulk delivery of purified water, and they even offer custom labeling for small bottles. They've been your water conditioning professionals since 1985. Call the Water Factory today, 336-6434, or go by 1005 North Butts. That's the Water Factory, Fort Stockton. If you're needing personal attention to your medical needs, visit Salceda Urgent Care and Family Medicine in Fort Stockton at 703 North Main. They can help with life's little urgencies that cannot wait for an appointment. They provide urgent care, hormone optimization for men and women, vitamin supplements, family medicine, chronic care for all ages, including cholesterol treatment, blood pressure, diabetes, thyroid optimization, and treat many other conditions. Call for appointments 360-3029. Walk-ins are welcome at 703 North Main.
All right, we've got still 6:27 left to go in this second quarter. The Panthers are leading 28-0, and we've got a 1st and goal at the 7-yard line of the Tigers. Jerry Diaz in the shotgun, 2 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Almendares, the running back. And now here's Diaz to throw under pressure. He's got a slant pattern for a touchdown. And let's see.
Angel Lujan
making the touchdown catch for the Panthers. A beautiful slant play in the middle of the field. That's and really Jerry hit it very nicely.
Well, it's a nice job because Snyder's bringing everyone up, so the linebackers are coming to play the run, and he just throws it where the linebackers usually are. No one's there. Great catch.
And an M&J Trucking Company scoring play. M&J Fast Lube, outstanding play. Here's Diego Ramos to kick it to try to make it 35-0 in the second quarter. And here's the kick, and boy, that was close to being blocked, but they got the kick. It's 35-0. The Panthers in the lead. That's your BBT score. We'll be back in a moment.
Are you sick and tired of inflation driving up the price on virtually everything? At CTJ Express Oil Change, we have mastered the art of inflation-proof, lightning-fast oil changes. We tell inflation to take a hike with our happy hour discounts every weekday, 11 to 1 p.m., and our service appreciation discounts for local teachers, military, first responders, and correctional officers. We're fast, too, saving you time and money. And remember, at CTJ Express, we are the best for the most dependable place to get your state inspection. Come stay with us at CTJ Express in Fort Stockton.
Contessa Ready Mix is now open and ready to serve all your concrete needs. They also offer general construction, precast, material hauling, and sand and gravel. They're located at 2270 Gonzales Loop. For more information, call 432-290-4947. Contessa Ready Mix, owned and operated by Colby Terraces, serving Fort Stockton and the surrounding area.
Back with more Panther football. Diego Ramos to kick for the Panthers from the 40. Puts his foot into it. It's a pooch kick taken at the 25-yard line. And Snyder had an opening. I tell you, if that guy would have had a little bit more speed, he could have went through there for a touchdown. But as it is, Panthers do tackle number 8 there, Kaysen Reinhardt. And it's at about the 39-yard line.
Yeah, I saw in the stands earlier. I know Hector Salmon listens to all of our games here in the stands.
All right, good.
So, yeah, that was Jeremy's father-in-law.
Our broadcast was on in the men's bathroom. I know that.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's pretty hot in there, really.
Yeah, it was. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff for the receiver coming around the pattern, and it was number 11, Ethan Rios, with the carry. And he's, let's see, he's got about 7 yards, maybe 8. That was one of the better plays that Snyder's had tonight.
His name means Ethan Rivers.
Well, he is one of their better players.
He is. He's pretty good.
He's a good athlete.
He really is. He had that long catch.
And still, Seth Cooper is in at quarterback in place of their starting quarterback, Aiden Claxton.
Yeah, we hope he's okay.
We do. It's 2nd and 2. Fake handoff. The quarterback will keep it, and he's got a first down of about 4 yards, I think, is where they marked him. We really slung him forward for 2 yards. So that's a first down for Snyder at the Panther 49-yard line. Yes. 5:19 to go. Second quarter, Fort Stockton 35, Snyder nothing. That's your BBT scoreboard.
I'll make a prediction here in a little bit.
Oh, boy. Can't wait. 1st and 10. Here's the shotgun snap to the quarterback, and he is going to be sacked by Fort Stockton. Number 55 for the Panthers, Roy Marquez got another, I think that's his 2nd sack, right?
One more sack and he gets the grocery award. You know, I'm going to go ahead. I don't like to do this in the first half, but I'm going to call a Panther win over Snyder.
Okay.
Fearless prediction.
2nd down and 16, 3 receivers on the right, 2 on the left. The quarterback in the shotgun takes the snap, and he's being chased, and he's going to be sacked again from behind. That's Landon Rivas that time on the sack, way back at the 39-yard line. And this is going to bring up long yardage for Snyder, 3rd and about 22.
Landon had to run about 40 yards because he's that right linebacker, and he's looping around, and then the quarterback's rolling the opposite way. So, and he ran him down and then caught him just.
I've been watching Landon run all night. He's run a long way already in this game. But he's got some speed.
He does, and he makes me tired.
3rd down and 22, and here's the quarterback back to throw, and it's overthrown and incomplete. Intended for Seth Cooper. Now, let's see. Now, how can that
13,
be? No, it was not Seth Cooper. It was Tyson Burleson. 4th down and 22, and it's probably Snyder's going to go for it.
No, they're not going to go for it.
No?
They're going to punt it.
Okay.
We might even send somebody back this time.
We've got 3:41 left in the second quarter. Fort Stockton is up on Snyder, 35-0. And maybe another quick kick. This time we do have a return man back there, and that's Nicky Sotelo. And here's the quick kick. They're going to angle it away from Nicky. Nicky is going to get away from it. Snyder will down it at the 27-yard line. All right, so we'll take over at our own 27-yard line. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
Are your insurance rates too high? At Fort Stockton Insurance, you're not stuck. We can shop within our own carriers to find the best deals. Do you know that we do more than property and auto? We do life, commercial, farm, and specialty insurance. Do you want to run on the field with the Baylor Bears? Have an Aerolite plane or a vintage vehicle? We insure all of that. Need a bond or commercial insurance? We can help you there too. This is Pam at Fort Stockton Insurance. We're located at 901 West Dickinson, or give us a call at 336-8565.
1st down and 10 Panthers. Here is the handoff to Almendares coming up the middle to about the 31-yard line. And it'll be a gain of 4, bringing up 2nd and 6. We've got plenty of time to score again, Darren, with about 3:17 to go in the first half.
I would like a 3-minute and 16-second drive for a touchdown.
Yeah.
You know, we've moved the ball very well. We had one drive we were stopped, but we scored on a punt return. We've had a long pass or two. Really played well.
2nd down and 6 now for the Panthers at the 31-yard line. We've got 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Quarterback Jerry Diaz in the shotgun. Taking lots of time off the play clock. And here's Jerry back to throw. He's being rushed. And that is a pass down the right sideline intended for Nick Almendares out of the backfield, and it's incomplete. 3rd and 6.
They did a really good job. I thought maybe we were setting up a screen because we let everyone through so quickly.
Yeah.
But no, the running back slipped out, but he was picked up. And usually the running back, they don't pick him up that well, but they found him.
3rd down and 6 now for the Panthers at our own 31-yard line. Clock stops with 2:35 left to go in the first half on that incomplete pass. And first 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Diaz in the shotgun. Diaz back to throw. And they put some pressure on Jerry. And that is Cedric Lopez. And it is incomplete. He had a chance at it, but it's a little overthrown. So it is now 4th down and 6 for the Panthers.
Last time on 4th and 7, we went for it and scored a touchdown.
That's true, to Jaden Sotelo. 35-0 Fort Stockton, and I believe we will punt this time.
I think you are correct.
Bringing in the punt team. And let's see who is back. It's number 11 to receive for Snyder, Ethan Rios, who's one of the good athletes on this Snyder team. It looks like Diaz will be punting rather than Diego Ramos, and he had a good punt last time. All right. They're going to try to punt it. There's a flag coming out and a very high punt. And the receiver gets away from it, the punt returner, and Fort Stockton will down it inside the 25 at about the 24. Let's see what this flag is about.
If it's offsides or something against Snyder, we might take it and go for it.
Yeah.
I
did they wave it off?
No, the referee's down here looking around, talking. Here's the guy on our sideline, which is usually a good sign if the guy next to our coaches throws the flag.
Yeah. The flag was thrown at the 31-yard line.
But maybe we had an illegal formation. It's offsides or illegal formation, I would guess.
So let's see what we're going to do here. Snyder would have had it at about the 25-yard line or so. Let's see. We may have an offsides or something on Snyder, and if we do, it would be, what, 4th and about 1?
Yes, and we would certainly go for that.
Probably so.
Offsides.
It's offsides against the Tigers, you bet.
We're going to take it and go for it.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
I mean, Jerry can on 4th and 1, he can run for 21.
Yeah.
Remember that old Walt Garrison story?
Yeah.
You know, you need 3 yards, you give it to Walt Garrison, he'll get you 3 yards.
Yeah.
You need 5 yards, you give it to Walt Garrison, he'll get you 3 yards.
So here we go, 4th down and 1 for the Panthers. They don't have the down marker correct.
That's okay.
It says 2nd.
Don't tell him.
Now, yeah, there it is. It's 4th and 1.
Oh, man, we had 2 extra downs.
And the Panthers are going for it after the offsides penalty against the Tigers.
Well, Alan Leva's in there. He's going to be blocking. Jerry will probably follow him.
And the Panthers take the shotgun snap, and that's a 1st down easily for Jerry Diaz all the way down to the 47-yard line. So that was, 11 yards and a 1st down brought to you by Cactus Health Center.
Well, Snyder's got a pretty good secondary, but their linebackers and defensive line have not made many stops.
There's a timeout on the field. We'll be back with more Panther football.
This is Dr. Gabe Zamora, Superintendent of Fort Stockton ISD. At FSISD, we know that success begins with showing up every day. Be present and be prepared. I want to thank our parents, families, and community for supporting not just our athletes and performers, but every student and the dedicated educators who work tirelessly to help them succeed. Let's continue working together to ensure our students thrive in school and in life. Together, let's make this another great year for Fort Stockton.
Ram Country of Fort Stockton has a full-time service department. For all your vehicle needs, visit Ram Country 2603 West Dickinson. Same-day service available on most vehicles. This includes service on Jeep, Ram, Dodge, and Chrysler vehicles. They also have a state-of-the-art tire alignment machine. Ram Country has the top service technicians in the area, so no matter the make or model of your vehicle, they can get you back out on the road safely. Call 432-360-1055 to schedule an appointment today.
All right, we're back. Here's a handoff now to Almendares. He was grabbed from behind and dragged down from behind after about a 3-yard gain to the 49-yard line. It'll bring up a 2nd and 7. We've got 1:45 left in the first half with the Panthers having a 35-0 lead.
And we got 2 timeouts left.
2nd and 7. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Here's Jerry back to throw. He launches one downfield, and this is for Jaden Sotelo, and it's a little bit overthrown this time. Jaden, a very dangerous receiver, and he had gotten, some space between him and the defender, but it was just a bit overthrown. So it's 3rd and 7.
We've been about a yard long on the long passes going in this direction. So just missed it.
I like throwing the ball downfield, though.
Yes.
And don't mind a bit. 3rd down and 7. Ball at the 49-yard line, Panther territory. With 1:28 left in the first half. Panthers leading Snyder 35-0. That's your BBT score. And here's the snap to Diaz. Man, immediately pressured. And then there's a catch. What a catch by, I think, Michael John Patino.
Yes.
Wow, a one-handed grab by Patino.
Really was a nice job. Jerry first eluding the pass rush. They had good pressure, and he was able to roll out to his left and make that completion.
1st down and 10. That's a Cactus Health Center 1st down. Hurry up offense. A pass complete to Patino in the right flat, and he's brought down at the 30-yard line for no gain.
Well, we have 2 timeouts, so, let's see what happens on 2nd down. We may use one.
Yep, 7 and counting now in this first half. Fort Stockton leading 35-0. 2nd down and 10, ball at the 30. Jerry in the shotgun, 2 receivers on each side. Jerry with a high snap, controls it, and throws one down in the end zone. Caught!
Oh, no.
Oh, no, it's incomplete. Man, he had it in his hands. Michael John Patino had it in his hands, and he just dropped it down in the end zone. Maybe when he was hitting the turf, I'm not sure. But now it's going to bring up 2nd and make that 3rd and 10.
It's good to have him back. He got injured, hurt. He might need surgery, but no, he didn't need surgery. He's a catcher on our baseball team, and what is he? Just a sophomore, I think.
Yeah.
Really a nice job of getting open. But another big 3rd down, 3rd and 10.
It is 3rd down and 10, and Nick Almendares is in the backfield with Jerry Diaz, 4 wide receivers. And here is Jerry, and he's going to throw it again down into the end zone, kind of throw it away there, as might have been intended for Jaden Sotelo, but it was way overthrown. And now it's 4th and 10 with 42 seconds left.
Really is a little bit high snap, kind of threw off the timing of the play, but Snyder had really good pressure. They brought everyone and just didn't have time for that play to develop.
It's 4th and 10 now. Panthers will be going for it with Jerry Diaz in the shotgun, 2 receivers on each side. And Jerry takes a good snap, and it is overthrown for Michael John Patino, and it will turn over on downs back to Snyder at the 30-yard line. So a few overthrows by Jerry here in the 2nd quarter. But it's really been a good first half for Fort Stockton, obviously, with a 35-0 lead over the Snyder Tigers.
Really has, and see if we can maybe force a turnover and get one more touchdown.
1st and 10 at the 30. The Tigers will be back to throw. Now the quarterback will pick up and run. Now he'll have an attempt at a pass completion down in the middle, and that was close to being caught by Ethan Rios, who made a 65-yard catch back in the first period.
Yeah, he had a couple of steps. Thought the quarterback was going to take off and run. I thought he might even be past the line of scrimmage. But
well, they're going for the long ball here with just a little bit of time left in this quarter.
Well, we don't need to let anyone behind us.
Yep.
You know, there's not enough time for them to drive. But a big play in the open field, and they could score.
Right. 2nd and 10, ball at the 30-yard line. The Tigers in the shotgun. The back shifts to the right side. 2 receivers on each side. The quarterback back to throw.
There's a hold.
There was a hold, it looked like, And here is is it caught?
Yes.
I tell you, Diego Ramos, I thought he was going to have an interception.
No.
Oh, it's incomplete.
No.
It hit the ground.
It hit the ground.
Well,
Diego had it.
Yeah.
And it bounced out, and then the referee ruled that it hit the ground.
Well, and I think after it hit the ground, number 11, Ethan Rios came up with it.
Rolled over on it.
Yeah.
Okay. But there was a big hold. I tell you, they all
yeah.
but tackled our guy on that play.
Well, there have been 2 really obvious holds on Snyder that have not been called in this first half. 21 seconds to go in the second quarter with the Panthers leading 35-0 over the Snyder Tigers. Band contest is tomorrow, so we'll have the Panther band at halftime. I hope you'll stay tuned for that.
Timeout.
And there's a timeout, I believe, on the field, right? We'll be back in just a moment.
When you need supplies in the oil field, the choice is clear. Choose Triple G Supply and Services in Fort Stockton. They have all the oil field supplies you need, including general oil field supplies, PVC pipe and fittings, hydraulic hoses, generators, safety equipment, household supplies, and much more. They also have roustabout services available. Triple G Supply and Services is right here in Fort Stockton at the west end of Dickinson at 1048 Crockett Avenue. Delivery is available to your location. Call 336-8280 for Triple G Supply and Services. Doctors Josh Pass, Brian Cherry, and Hewlin Pass are optometrists serving the West Texas area. Visit West Texas Eye Care at 605 North Main in Fort Stockton or 611 South Oak in Pecos. They offer complete and thorough eye examinations for the whole family, including therapeutic optometry, eyeglasses, contact lenses, laser surgery consultation, and screenings for macular degeneration and diabetes with an in-office lab. Call to make an appointment today in Fort Stockton at 336-3662 or in Pecos 445-3662.
And we're back with Snyder having a 3rd and 10 at the 30-yard line. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Here's the quarterback rolling out to his right. And, man, he was about to be really knocked down by one of our defensive linemen. But there's a nice knockdown on defense by Diego Ramos. The intended receiver was Kason Reinhardt, and Diego defended that very well.
Well, we have a chance here to set up a return.
Yeah.
And, I don't think Snyder would go for it to give us a chance to have the ball right there. So
the Panthers still have 2 timeouts left.
We have 2 timeouts. We could get a good return here. We could block the punt. We might go for the punt block.
Yeah.
We got a lot of options right here.
All right, it's 4th down and 10 for the Tigers, and they probably are going to quick kick this thing. Yep, the kicker backs up, and it's a quick kick. And that will take a really good Snyder roll down to the 26-yard line, and then they will blow it dead right there, and they're going to let the time expire. That was a slow whistle. All right, the end of the first half. It's 35-0. Fort Stockton leading at halftime. That is your BBT score, and we'll have more scores coming up for you. Also, the Panther Band at halftime, so stay tuned.
West Texas Cinema is open in Fort Stockton next to the Convention Center at 2181 West Interstate 10, showing the newest movies with a movie premiere once a month. Shows are Fridays at 7 p.m., Saturdays at 4 p.m., and Sundays at 7 and 9 p.m., with admission prices just $10 for adults and $8 for children 12 and under. Plus, they have a full range of fresh concessions, discounts for veterans, first responders, and medical staff with ID. West Texas Cinema, local and family owned and operated at 2181 West I-10. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram at West Texas Cinema.
Pepito's Cafe, which is known far and wide for its great food, is now offering something new that you'll love. Fresh, hand-cut steaks, never frozen and cooked to perfection. Yes, Pepito's now offers delicious and juicy ribeye steaks, New York strips, and filet mignons, and they're fabulous. They've added these to their wide variety of Mexican and American food. Pepito's is open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. with breakfast served all day long and with a drive-through window. Look for an expansion coming soon, which will add even more services to their great customers. For orders to go, call 432-336-2882.
Ready to refresh, renew, and radiate? At RA Radiance Med Spa, we're here to help you look and feel your best. From glowing skin with hydrofacial and classic facials to smoother texture with microneedling and dermaplaning, your skin transformation starts here. Boost your wellness with IV hydration, vitamin injections, and our medical weight loss program featuring semaglutide and tirzepatide. Plus, don't miss our CeraVe scalp treatments with trusted Botox care. And great news, we're now open Monday through Friday. Call us today at 432-360-0248 or visit raradiancemedspa.com.
Airlawn Furniture is Fort Stockton's newest destination for furniture, appliances, mattresses, electronics, and more. They've been serving Pecos for over 30 years and look forward to doing the same for the lovely people of Fort Stockton. Enjoy free local delivery and installation, monthly specials, lease-to-own options with no credit needed. Visit them in-store at 1206 West Dickinson next to Lowe's or call 432-299-1181 or online at airlawnfurniture.com. Make the quality choice, Panther and Prowler fans. Choose Airlawn. Se habla español.
Always a good time at Joe's Place Cantina, located in historic downtown behind the Community Theater at 216 West 1st. Joe's Place offers specialty cocktails, cold beer on tap, tacos, tortas, and more, served in 3 different areas, including a covered patio and backyard bars, while listening and dancing to a wide variety of music or watching the big game. Also karaoke nights on Thursdays. Joe's Place open Wednesdays from 8 to 12 and Thursday through Saturday from 6 to 1, with family time and happy hour only from 6 to 8 p.m. Be sure to look at their Facebook page for upcoming events and information.
Looking for more ways to watch your favorite shows, sports, and movies? With BBT, it's simple. When you sign up for our Work and Play internet plan, you'll get a free Roku device and $10 in monthly streaming credits. Enjoy hundreds of channels, including popular Spanish language favorites like Univision, Undimas, and Telemundo, all with reliable local internet you know and trust. Call 800-592-4781 or order online 24/7 at bigbend.com. BBT, reliable, local, and connected.
Alamo Tire and Auto Repair presents the $5 Club. Get $5 flat repairs, $5 tire rotations, $5 brake pad thickness checks, $5 vehicle unlock services, $5 vehicle jump starts, $5 computer diagnostics, and lots more. For information, call 432-242-7092 or visit them at 2709 West Dickinson. That's Alamo Tire and Auto Repair.
Panther football is brought to you on KFST by Amistad Motors, Bienvenidos Mexican Food Restaurant, Bucks Lube Center, Pecos County State Bank, Casilla Ledesma State Farm, the Steakhouse Restaurant, the First National Bank, Sawyer Insurance, Arenada Sanitation, Citibank, K-Bob Steakhouse, Alamo Tire and Auto Repair, Heritage Funeral Home, M&J Fast Lube, Julie's Easy Press, M&J Trucking, Weiss Tire, Joe's Place and Cantina, United Country Real Estate, and by Jones Leasing. Also by Designer Carpets and Interiors, Permian Basin Abstract, the Guadalajara Mexican Grill, Cactus Health, Taco Zoje, Porky's Ice House, The Water Factory, Salceda Family Medicine and Urgent Care, CTG Express, Contessa Ready Mix, Fort Stockton Insurance Agency, Fort Stockton ISD, Ram Country of Fort Stockton, Triple G Oilfield Supply, West Texas Eye Care, Pepito's Cafe, West Texas Cinema, RA Radiance Med Spa, Airlawn Furniture and Appliance, and by BBT. Taco Zoje in Fort
All right, the Snyder Tiger Band is out there right now performing in tuxedos. Yeah, the percussionists are wearing tuxedos. All right, let's take a look at some stats now. Fort Stockton with 12 first downs in that first half, and Snyder with 4. The Panthers with 111 yards rushing in that first half. That's an average of 7.93 per play, per rushing play. And Snyder minus 24 rushing for an average of minus 1.74. And passing, we had 10 out of 22. We finished with quite a few incompletions, which kind of cut down on his completion percentage, Jerry's, but we were 10 of 22 for 193 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then Snyder, 5 out of 17 for 119 yards. They had a couple of pretty big plays in the passing game.
They really did, and I think we're going to have to get back to maybe some short passing game because we've been throwing the ball 20 or 30 yards down the field.
So we had 50 return yards, and Snyder had 79 return yards. Of course, they returned it a lot more than had an opportunity to return it a lot more than we did. 1 punt for 48 yards for Fort Stockton, 8 punts, averaging 36.83 for the Tigers. And then we had 30 yards in penalties, and Snyder had 43 yards in penalties. And, there was 1 fumble in the game by Snyder, which we recovered.
Yeah, about the 5-yard line. They had their one good drive.
Okay, so that's the stats for the first half. We'll be back in a moment, and we have more Panther football coming up. We got the Pride of Pantherland coming up, and we want to mention again, they're going to band contest tomorrow, I believe, in Odessa at Ratliff Stadium. We'll be back in a moment, and we'll have the Pride of Pantherland coming up.
Tacos OJ in Fort Stockton is famous for its fabulous authentic Mexican food and is now offering breakfast every day from 8 a.m. until noon. Yes, not only can you find the most delicious Mexican food in town, but you can also now have either a Mexican or American breakfast at Tacos OJ, served from 8 a.m. until noon daily. Tacos OJ, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. They offer a full menu of great Mexican and American food. Tacos OJ, now serving breakfast, 1305 North Main. They also have a drive-through window for takeout orders. Call 336-3066.
Your health matters. At Cactus Health Services, we believe quality health care should be accessible to everyone. That's why we offer a sliding fee program, making your visits more affordable based on your income. Whether it's a checkup, managing a condition, or preventative care, we're here for you. Call us today at 432-336-8110 to learn more, or visit us at 700 North Main Street in Fort Stockton, because your health should always come first. Cactus Health Services, caring for our community one patient at a time.
Porky's Ice House in Fort Stockton is the place to get your drinks and snacks in Fort Stockton, with 2 convenient drive-through lanes open 7 days a week for teas, lemonades, and fountain drinks with added flavors upon request and much more. Go by Porky's Ice House, and remember, happy hour is each day from 4 to 6 p.m. with all drinks any size for just $1. They also make popular Clamato, Squirt, Topo Chico, and Jerky Preparados that are delicious, along with nachos. Porky's Ice House, 1401 West Dickinson in Fort Stockton. The Water Factory, located at 1005 North Butts in Fort Stockton, is your answer to premium drinking water and ice. For all your home or office cooler needs in Fort Stockton, it's the Water Factory. They have bottle and bulk delivery of purified water, and they even offer custom labeling for small bottles. They've been your water conditioning professionals since 1985. Call the Water Factory today, 336-6434, or go by 1005 North Butts. That's the Water Factory, Fort Stockton.
All right, we're back, and the Panthers have a 35-0 lead over Snyder at halftime. And Darren, these games with Snyder have always been close, here in the last few years, and a lot of times Snyder has gotten the better of us when they shouldn't have. But tonight, right now, it's probably the largest lead we've ever had over Snyder at halftime, I would think.
I think so too. Yeah, it hadn't been close, and we've stopped ourselves maybe a couple of times, but really offense, defense, special teams, we've just played well in every phase.
Yeah, and here's some scores. Canyon West Plains 55, Pampa 7. That's a final from last night. Lubbock Estacado 58, Perryton 51. That's a final. And Ira Ann lost to Wink last night. It was Wink 48, Ira Ann 20. That's a final. Lubbock Cooper Liberty leading Borger 35-3 at halftime. Ozona leading Sonora third quarter 22-6. Wall over Coahoma 42-0 at halftime. We also have Cross Plains over Miles 20-8 third quarter. We have Stamford 28, Anson 6 halftime. And Wichita Falls Memorial is surprising Abilene Wiley right now 14-0 third quarter. Sweetwater leading Comanche 37-7 halftime. Abilene over Lubbock 59-0 at the half. Junction over Brackettville 38-6 at the half. We have El Dorado 14, Sterling City 7, third quarter. Amarillo Palo Duro 21, Lubbock Cooper 13, third quarter. Clyde 48, San Angelo TLC Academy, nothing. And it's Forsan 33, Colorado City 21. Canyon Randall 21, Hereford nothing, second quarter. It is Amarillo River Road 7, Guyman, Oklahoma 3 at halftime. Littlefield 21, Muleshoe 12, third quarter. We have Tascosa 14, Monterey 14 at halftime. Post over Olton 17-7 at halftime. Sundown over Plains 20-0 at the half. Dumas and Canyon tied 21-21 at halftime. And let's see, Abilene Cooper and Plainview also tied 21-21 at the half. Seagraves, well, Tahoka's got a 1-point lead right now over Seagraves, 8-7.
All right, it's now 13-8.
Okay, yeah, it is. Canadian 58, Freona nothing at the half. Idalou 36, Lubbock Roosevelt 7, third quarter. And it's Morton 14, Rawls 6, halftime. It's El Paso del Valle 14, Clint Horizon 6. And let's see, McCamey and Van Horn tied 14-14. My goodness. El Paso Isleta 7-6 over Clint. Fort Stockton here leading Snyder 35-0 at halftime. Gymnad 42-7 over Breckenridge. Now we're going to pause here and listen to our Pride of Pantherland band. They present their 2025 contest show, Breaking Darkness, featuring soloists Valeria Palacios, Sergio Gaitan, Zoe Alvarez, Tobias Stevenson, Adam Martinez, and Tori Munoz. The drum majors are Abril Guadian, Giselle Solis, and Gabby Pena. It's like a Barry sax solo right there. Great, don't they, Darren?
Really do, and look great.
Of course, they made a first division at marching last year. Dr. Ken McSpirit has done a great job with this program. Drum majors again are Abril Guadian, Giselle Solis, and Gabby Pena. They'll be performing tomorrow at Ratliff Stadium, 4:45 p.m., Darren.
4:45. Go Panthers. Go band.
alto sax and trumpet. Very nice. Little duet. Certainly hope the Pride of Pantherland makes a first division tomorrow.
All ones, yes.
Purple and silver is a very nice touch in the flag corps. Color guard.
Our band looks good.
Yeah.
They do a nice job.
Got some pretty powerful tuba players out there. Sounds like you singing bass at church. Great job by the Pride of Pantherland Band, performing tomorrow at 4:45 at Odessa's Ratliff Stadium for UIL marching contest.
I love that gong at the end.
That was great.
That was great.
Yeah. Pride of Pantherland Band members of the week are freshman clarinet player Lennox Colmar, freshman drumline Destiny Munoz, freshman flutist Janae Porras, and sophomore color guard Yereda Ureste. And the section of the week is the drum line. Fort Stockton Pride of Pantherland Band is under the direction of Dr. Ken McSpirit, Scott Kennedy, and Dwight Dodd and David Conger. High school principal Sammy Solis, superintendent of schools Dr. Gabriel Zamora. They would like to thank their dedicated band parents and administration for their support, and they compete tomorrow again in Odessa, 4:45 for the Region 6 UIL marching contest. Everyone invited to attend and cheer on the Pride of Pantherland Band. Hope they bring back a 1, but nevertheless, they'll have a fine performance.
I'm going to predict a 1.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back with more Panther football coming up.
If you're needing personal attention to your medical needs, visit Salceda Urgent Care and Family Medicine in Fort Stockton at 703 North Main. They can help with life's little urgencies that cannot wait for an appointment. They provide urgent care, hormone optimization for men and women, vitamin supplements, family medicine, chronic care for all ages, including cholesterol treatment, blood pressure, diabetes, thyroid optimization, and treat many other conditions. Call for appointments 360-3029. Walk-ins are welcome at 703 North Main.
Are you sick and tired of inflation driving up the price on virtually everything? At CTG Express Oil Change, we have mastered the art of inflation-proof, lightning-fast oil changes. We tell inflation to take a hike with our happy hour discounts every weekday, 11 to 1 p.m., and our service appreciation discounts for local teachers, military, first responders, and correctional officers. We're fast, too, saving you time and money. And remember, at CTG Express, we are the best for the most dependable place to get your state inspection. Come save with us at CTG Express in Fort Stockton.
Contessa Ready Mix is now open and ready to serve all your concrete needs. They also offer general construction, precast, material hauling, and sand and gravel. They're located at 2270 Gonzales Loop. For more information, call 432-290-4947. Contessa Ready Mix, owned and operated by Colby Terraces, serving Fort Stockton and the surrounding area.
Are your insurance rates too high? At Fort Stockton Insurance, you're not stuck. We can shop within our own carriers to find the best deals. Do you know that we do more than property and auto? We do life, commercial, farm, and specialty insurance. Do you want to run on the field with the Baylor Bears? Have an Aerolite plane or a vintage vehicle? We insure all of that. Need a bond or commercial insurance? We can help you there too. This is Pam at Fort Stockton Insurance. We're located at 901 West Dickinson, or give us a call at 336-8565.
This is Coach DJ Howell, Athletic Director and Head Football Coach at Fort Stockton ISD. On the field and in the classroom, success doesn't happen by accident. It starts with showing up, giving your best, and being prepared every single day. I want to recognize our parents, families, and community for always being in our corner. And a special thanks to the teachers and staff who put in the hard work that makes winning possible for our kids. Let's keep the momentum going and make this school year one to remember for every student, every team, in all of Fort Stockton.
All right, we're back. We did not finish our scores a while ago, so let's pick up with Tuscola Jim Ned leading Breckenridge 49-7. We have Graham over Bridgeport 28-0. We have Hawley over Alney 39-6. We have Haskell over Archer City 28-6. New Deal over Abernathy 19-6. We have Amarillo Caprock over Lubbock Coronado 15-7. Albany 47, Winters nothing. Fourth quarter, we have Cisco over Abilene TLCA final 69-8. And Cristobal, let's see, Reagan County is leading Cristobal 16-14 at halftime.
Wow. Grape
Creek of San Angelo 40, Stanton nothing third quarter. Midland Greenwood 34, Monahans nothing at the half. We have Hyco over Bangs 13-12 third quarter. Brady over Eastland 34-13 second quarter. Early 21, Clifton 3 fourth quarter. Glen Rose 56, Hillsboro 6 at halftime. My goodness. De Leon 46, Coleman nothing at halftime. Menard over Medina 48-40 third quarter. And we have Hamilton over Ballinger 41-0 in the, let's see, what is it? Third quarter. That surprised me, whatever that was. And Midland High over Odessa 20-14 third quarter. And also it's Midland Legacy and Friendship tied second quarter 28-28. Rankin 28, Buena Vista 20 third quarter. And Buena Vista's gotten better here lately.
They have.
San Angelo Central 21, Permian 21 at halftime. Wow. And Ira 56, Westbrook 34 third quarter. Borden County 48, Meadow 0. And it's Grand Falls 56, Fort Davis 6 second quarter. Grady over Marfa 71-26. And that's final. Whit Harrell over Amherst 32-15. That's at halftime. So that's what we have, Darren.
Well, Greenwood has scored again, and now they are up on Monahans 41-0.
And in volleyball, Andrews Seminole playing tonight, and they are going to Game 5. As Andrews has won over Seminole in set 4, so they're going to the 5th game. That is a close match. By the way, we're leading here at halftime, Darren, 35-0. We had a Jerry Diaz 14-yard run for a touchdown. We had Nicky Sotelo, a 50-yard punt return. Jerry Diaz, a 1-yard touchdown return. Jerry Diaz, a 64-yard pass to Jaden Sotelo for a touchdown. And then Diaz with a 7-yard pass to Angel Lujan for another touchdown. And, of course, Diego has made all of his extra points. So it's a 35-0 lead by the Panthers. Panther defense has played great.
And we get the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, you're right. So we'll be back in a moment. The Snyder Tigers and Panthers have made their way onto the field. We'll be back in a moment.
Ram Country in Fort Stockton presents Warranty Forever, a warranty like no other, now covering every new Ram purchase from Fort Stockton's exclusive Ram dealer. No mileage limit, no year limit. Your new Ram is protected forever at no extra charge. Plus, Ram Country's Warranty Forever has no deductible and all parts and labor are covered. Log on to RamCountryFortStockton.com to shop online anytime. Then hurry to Ram Country and get your Warranty Forever at no extra charge.
When you need supplies in the oil field, the choice is clear. Choose Triple G Supply and Services in Fort Stockton. They have all the oil field supplies you need, including general oil field supplies, PVC pipe and fittings, hydraulic hoses, generators, safety equipment, household supplies, and much more. They also have roustabout services available. Triple G Supply and Services is right here in Fort Stockton at the west end of Dickinson at 1048 Crockett Avenue. Delivery is available to your location. Call 336-8284 Triple G Supply and Services.
All right, Darren, I would say, like you said just a moment ago, watch out for the onside kick. Starting the 3rd quarter, who knows? Well, they're going to kick it deep.
Oh, he did. He boomed it.
And that is that, I believe that's Nicky Sotelo returning the ball to the 32-yard line. And he took it at about the 5, so that's about a 27-yard return for Nicky Sotelo. And Nicky came off with a limp very early, but he looks okay now. I sure hope he is.
He hadn't played a lot of snaps. They've been holding him out. He's played a few, but he hadn't played a lot on offense tonight. He's played quite a bit on defense.
Well, the offense sputtered a little bit late in that 2nd quarter, Darren, so let's see if we can get back on track. I'd like to see that.
Well, I think we'll see the starters play this drive at least.
Yeah.
And then we may have some backups come in.
We're leading 35-0. Very high snap taken by Nick Almendares for about a 1-yard pickup, and that's all. And it will be 2nd and 9 after the handoff up the middle. But it's a 35-0 lead for the Panthers in a really, if we want to make the playoffs, we got to win this game, and we're well on the way to doing so.
Yes. Take care of the ball. Add another score or two, and I think we're on our way.
Okay, 2nd down and 9. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Here is the pass complete to Jaden Sotelo. He breaks tackles, and he's at the 50. He's the 40, at the 30, 20, 10, 5, and touchdown for Jaden Sotelo. Wow, that is 67 yards, I believe.
I tell you, he spun out of the tackle and then turned on the jets, and he outran everybody to the end zone. They never touched him again.
Man, I mean, he broke that initial tackle, and then the speed. He just really turned on the speed down the sideline and scored on a long, long play. Good job by Jaden Sotelo right there. It's 41-0 Panthers with the extra point to come by Diego Ramos.
Well, that's a nice way to start the second half.
Great way to start. Big play. And just a little pass out to the left flat.
Well, we quit doing that, and that's a good play for us.
All right, here's a kick by Diego Ramos. It's up and good. Panthers leading 42-0. That's your new BBT score after an M&J Trucking touchdown scoring play. We'll be back in a moment.
Doctors Josh Pass, Brian Cherry, and Hewlin Pass are optometrists serving the West Texas area. Visit West Texas Eye Care at 605 North Main in Fort Stockton or 611 South Oak in Pecos. They offer complete and thorough eye examinations for the whole family, including therapeutic optometry, eyeglasses, contact lenses, laser surgery consultation, and screenings for macular degeneration and diabetes with an in-office lab. Call to make an appointment today in Fort Stockton at 336-3662 or in Pecos 445-3662. West Texas Cinema shows the latest and best movies in Fort Stockton at Fort Stockton's Movie Theater next to the Convention Center at 2181 West Interstate 10. It's locally owned and family operated with shows every weekend with the freshest concessions. The theater is also available for rent for private conferences and meetings. Call for more information at 432-943-0131. Remember, there's a new movie premiere once a month. Check them out on Facebook or Instagram at West Texas Cinema.
Well, Darren, the ball did go out of bounds, and I don't think it touched a Tiger, so that'll be a penalty against the Panthers going out of bounds on the kick. It went out of bounds around the 13-yard line.
Yes, it did. So I think it comes out to, what, the 30?
I think so.
I think that is correct. I think it's a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, they're setting it up at the 30, 1st and 10. Well, we have a couple of ball games on tomorrow for you on the FM station. We have Texas A&M. They're playing tomorrow against Arkansas in Fayetteville. And let's see, that one's going to be on at 1:30, kickoff at 2:30. Texas taking on Kentucky. The pregame at 5, kickoff at 6. Here's a handoff for Snyder, and that's going nowhere. Good defensive play by the Panthers on the running back. Now, the other thing we've got going on tomorrow is an early volleyball game, Darren. It starts at 10 in the morning. That's due to band contest. Everybody's moving up these volleyball games. That's why that Snyder Seminole game is being played tonight. And
Snyder, Andrews. Yes,
Yeah.
Andrews and Seminole. Going into the 5th.
Yeah, they're going to 5 games. It's 2nd down and 12. And here's the quarterback. Man, he was being tackled just as he threw, and an awkward tackle. And, you know, that was a dangerous tackle because their first quarterback, Aiden Claxton, went down on a similar tackle. And Seth Cooper, it's lucky that he got out of that without injury. It's 3rd and 12.
Yeah, a lot of pressure that time by Israel Tesoro, who hadn't played in the last couple of weeks, but he was in there and he made that play, I believe.
We're going to be taking on Pecos in volleyball tomorrow morning. Now, the all of the activities for the Pink Out Day begin at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. There's a ceremony at 9:30 for cancer survivors and so forth. So we, be there for that. And there's a quarterback going down with a sack. Is that number 8 or is that?
Yes, 8.
Yeah, that's Alan Leyva with a sack on the quarterback. And that backs Snyder up inside their own 20-yard line. Man, the Panther defense has really done a number on Snyder today except for a couple of long pass plays.
And they had a receiver all the way down about the 20-yard line.
Wow.
He's having to run back now
and
just now getting back into the huddle.
But, Darren, anyway, that Pink Out game is tomorrow, and it starts at 10 for the varsity girls against the Pecos Lady Eagles.
We need to win that.
Yeah, we do. Oh, it's a fumble, and the quarterback is now going to be sacked again. Oh, he throws it away at the last moment. That looks like grounding to me.
That's grounding. He's still inside the pocket.
Yeah, the flag has already come out. That's illegal grounding, intentional grounding.
I mean, that's a smart play. Might as well throw it away. I mean, it's not going to – it's going to be our ball no matter what. But
all right, that's they went for it on 4th down, and so here's Fort Stockton. We're going to take over in great field position.
Well, it is, and so
we're at the 12-yard line of Snyder. Wow.
We're going to probably punch this in and then call off the dogs, I would guess.
I would imagine.
Looks like Jeremiah is in at running back, so maybe get him a carry or two.
Jeremiah Gonzalez in at quarterback and, running back. And also Jerry Diaz in the backfield, and Nick Almendares is still in there at running back as well. They've got a split backfield. And we've got 2 receivers on the right side, 1 on the left. Jaden Sotelo here on the near side. By the way, we've gotten back Bubba Patino tonight, and that's good to see him because he's a good athlete. Here's Jerry Diaz keeping the ball down to the 10. That'll be a gain of about 2 yards.
Yeah, they played that very well. He was faking the handoff to Jeremiah, but Snyder had that one diagnosed. They're playing the run, and last time we threw a quick slant to Angel Lujan after that and made a touchdown.
So 2nd and about 8 perhaps, and we've got 2 receivers on each side. Jerry Diaz in the quarterback position in the shotgun, and now he's back to throw. He's rolling out, and he's being chased. He will throw it away, and I believe that he was outside the pocket, and there were some receivers in the area, so that should not be a grounding call.
Yeah, he got it all the way to the corner of the end zone. So
yeah, 3rd down and about 9 or 8 or 9.
Well, they brought everyone. They brought the house, and the house got him.
Yeah. 3rd down and about 8 for the Panther offense now down at the Snyder 11-yard line. 2 receivers on each side. Nick Almendares switches to the right side of Diaz. Here's Jerry in the shotgun. He looks for somebody to throw to in the end zone, and it is batted away by that defender. And let's see, who is the intended receiver? I believe
number 12, Alonzo Urias.
Okay. All right, that is an incomplete pass. Brings up a 4th and 9 for the Panthers.
A flag.
Oh. It is holding against Fort Stockton. Okay. So it'll bring up a 4th and about 19 now. So we may just try to throw one down into the end zone here. We'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's true. They'll repeat 3rd down. That's right.
It'll be 3rd down again.
Yep, 3rd and about 19.
3rd and a long way.
Yep. We've got to get inside the 3 for a 1st down. But we can make a 1st down without scoring.
Well, let's do that or score.
Wait a minute. They declined the penalty.
4th down.
Yep, they declined the penalty. It is 4th down and 8 for the Panthers at the 11-yard line.
I think we're going to go for it. We have a couple of backups in playing.
Jaden Sotelo is here on the near side at receiver. 3 other receivers stacked. And here's a pass into the end zone.
Was
that caught?
No.
It was out of bounds, I guess they said. Did he
Yep.
catch it? No,
No.
he didn't even catch it. Okay, so not sure who the intended receiver
Angel
was.
Lujan.
Angel Lujan, the intended receiver. It's incomplete, and it will turn it over to Snyder on downs. So our BBT score remains 42-0. Fort Stockton in the lead with 8:33 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. And quite a few passes thrown in this game, and that has stopped the clock quite a bit.
Yes, it has.
Snyder in the shotgun. 2 receivers on each side. Snyder, quarterback, takes it, is in the end zone, and is going to be sacked at the 1-yard line. And I tell you, we were close to getting a safety there.
Yes.
But that is a big loss. Well, they're going to mark it, I think, at the 2. Yeah, that's where they're going to mark his forward progress at the 2-yard line. And a big loss. It'll bring up a 2nd and about 18. 2nd and 19, actually.
Landon Rivas has been a demon off that edge.
Yeah, he's really played well.
He's been putting pressure on. He's has a couple of sacks, I know, and pressure on nearly every play.
5 wide receivers spread out, 3 on the right, 2 on the left. Quarterback in the shotgun, and he gets off a quick pass, and it is complete. And that's a 1st down for the Tigers, and they broke it out of there for a 1st down. That was a nice play by Snyder.
Yeah, a really quick pass. It hit him right in stride in full speed, and he was able to get out, make the corner.
Now hang on a second. One receiver one referee on the far side said he thought it was incomplete. Maybe, I don't know.
No, he caught it.
Well, he did catch it, yeah, but I don't know what happened after the play. you've got your binoculars, so maybe you can read the lips down there.
Well, right now there's just a lot of – they're saying some bad words because the clock keeps stopping. That's probably not part of the play. All right, here we go.
Let's see what the call is. They're waving off the flag. Okay, so no flag, and it's going to be a first down for the Tigers.
Well, what was saying there was this is how the bullfighter does the cape, and he was waving it in front of the Panthers.
Oh,
well,
it's out to the 23-yard line, a big gain on the play, and it brings up a first down for the Tigers. And they converted, so now they've got 3 receivers on the left and 2 on the right. And we're going to probably, have to defend the deep pass for a while.
Maybe the quick pass.
Maybe the quick pass, yeah, because we're putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. And, man, the quarterback, he's going to have another grounding call, I think, here.
He should because he was in the pocket.
We had him in the grasp, and he threw the ball away. They did not call it, I don't think. Don't think they dropped the flag.
No, I don't think they did either. They may have said he was in the grasp and just mark it there.
But
yeah, they dropped the flag now.
Oh, did they?
Yes.
Okay, it's intentional grounding again on Snyder. That's a loss of down, isn't it?
Yes, it is a loss of down.
10-yard penalty, I think, and a loss of down.
I think it's a spot foul. And loss of down.
Okay, so now it is second down and about 15 for the Tigers. 2 receivers on each side, 1 running back, and the quarterback in there. Quarterback is back to throw, and he's got a completed pass just before it hit the turf for about maybe a 9 or 10-yard gain.
Number 30 caught that for Snyder.
And that would be Xavier Molinar. It's a 3rd down and 6 coming up for the Tigers. 6:34 and counting down here in the 3rd quarter.
We're bringing in a lot of backups, which is great.
Fort Stockton leading 42-0 over the Snyder Tigers. I'm kind of surprised that Snyder has not been able to score tonight, but Panther defense has played really well.
Really has.
3rd down and 6 because they have put up quite a few points. There's another sack.
13.
Wow, that is Nick Pettis on the sack for the Panthers.
I think that's one of our backups that just came in and really did a nice job.
Another quarterback sack. I bet we've had 6, maybe 6 or 7 quarterback sacks tonight.
I haven't seen that many sacks since the team went out for Happy Meals.
But I do know that, they were in negative yardage in the rushing game at halftime, and I think they've descended into more negative yardage in the rushing game.
Sounds very gloomy for some reason.
4th down, 14. Well, it's almost Halloween. Here's the punt. It's a quick kick, and Nicky Sotelo will catch it at the 48-yard line in our territory. Here he goes to the 40, to the 30. Nicky down to the 10, 5, touchdown, Nicky Sotelo. That was about 40-something yards. Or no, it was 52 yards because he caught it at the 48 in our territory. That's a 52-yard punt return for a touchdown for Nicky. Now, is there a flag?
I saw a guy for Snyder signaling flag, but I don't know if
it's a hold against the Panthers. And so that'll wipe out a 52-yard punt return for a touchdown from Nicky. But I think it's a spot foul, so we'll still have great field position.
I think so. Maybe around the 25 or so?
I tell you, Nicky is a great return man. And so we're at the 26-yard line of the Snyder Tigers. It'll be 1st and 10 Panthers. 42-0, Fort Stockton leading with 5:12 to go. In the the 3rd quarter.
3rd quarter.
Yeah. Both teams have all timeouts remaining, and here is 2 receivers on each side for the Panthers. Here's the handoff to Nick Almendares, and he gets a run up the middle. And we've got about 3 yards. One thing, I mean, now Jerry has run the ball well tonight, but I think our running backs, we need to get them going a bit better in the running game.
I think you're correct.
2nd down and 7. Here's Jeremiah Gonzalez coming into the game at running back. Here's the official. What's he talking about now? This is taking quite a while at times. Now, Snyder makes a substitution because we did. And it's now 2nd and 7. Jerry Diaz in the shotgun. We've only got about 8 seconds on the play clock. 2 receivers on each side. Here's the handoff going to Jeremiah Gonzalez, and he is brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. It'll be 3rd and 7. So Snyder's done a pretty good job with our running game tonight, better than with the running quarterback in the passing game.
Well, they have.
3rd down and 7 now for the Panthers at the Snyder 23-yard line. Here's Jerry back to throw. He's throwing it into the end zone. Caught by Jaden Sotelo for the touchdown. 23-yard touchdown pass from Jerry Diaz to Jaden Sotelo right in the middle of the field for another TD. That is a scoring touchdown brought to you by M&J Trucking. Outstanding play by M&J Fast Lube.
Well, it really was, and they're bringing their linebackers and players up, safety up into the running lane. So, yeah, didn't just throw it down the middle. No one's there.
Well, he had a defensive back trailing him, but that was he was pretty wide open. And here is Diego Ramos to kick the extra point. It is up, and it's good. 49-0 is now your new BBT score. Panthers lead over Snyder. 3rd quarter. We'll be back in a moment.
Pepito's Cafe in Fort Stockton is known far and wide for its great selection of authentic Mexican food and fabulous American food. They're open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Go by and sample Roy's Big Burger or any selection from the varied menu like tortas, tan pequeñas, shrimp cocktails. And they also have mango margaritas and strawberry margaritas. And they feature drive-through window service with breakfast served all day. And look for an expansion soon to serve their customers even better. Pepito's Cafe, 2014 West Dickinson. Call 336-2882.
Ready to refresh, renew, and radiate? At RA Radiance Med Spa, we're here to help you look and feel your best. From glowing skin with hydrofacial and classic facials to smoother texture with microneedling and dermaplaning, your skin transformation starts here. Boost your wellness with IV hydration, vitamin injections, and our medical weight loss program featuring semaglutide and tirzepatide. Plus, don't miss our CareVeep scalp treatments with trusted Botox care. And great news, we're now open Monday through Friday. Call us today at 432-360-0248 or visit raradiancemedspa.com.
All right, here's the catch. It's a short kick by Snyder, and they will return it from about the 24-yard line, and they go up the left sideline trying to get a lane around to the left, and got a decent return. And let's see where they mark it, at about the 45. So short kick there, about a 15 or 16-yard return. And I noticed that Diego stutter stepped like 2 or 3 times before he kicked the ball that time.
What do you mean stutter stepped?
Okay, it's 1st and 10 Snyder at their own 45-yard line. The game, I would say, completely out of reach now for the Tigers as the Panthers are leading big, 49-0. And that is a penetration, really good penetration on that defensive line. And it looks like Fort Stockton almost was hurt there, but let's see. That was Ryan Chavez maybe with the tackle. And they did a great job sacking. Really, I mean, I think it was a handoff to the running back, but it's a 4-yard loss. That's how much the Panther defense penetrated into the backfield that time, and it's 2nd and 14.
I think we have about 9 or 10 backups in on defense, and they're still playing very well.
2nd down and 14, ball at the 41-yard line. The Tigers have 2 receivers on each side. Quarterback back to throw. And here's a deep pass launched. And that's a flag coming in on the Panthers. That'll be interference as we made contact before the ball arrived, and that was Ethan Rios, the intended receiver.
Well,
15-yard penalty.
I don't know. He spun around. He was going down on the ground. It was ball. He was trying to get back to it. I don't think he was.
It'll be an automatic first down on pass interference by the Panthers defensively. And so this will put the ball at around the 45-yard line in Snyder territory. Our Prowler volleyball team taking on Pecos tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. So be sure and be there to back the Prowlers against Pecos. Also, it's Pink Out Day and Cancer Awareness Day. We're going to honor several cancer survivors and even some of those who have lost their battles with cancer. Here's a completed pass. It is for a first down for the Tigers. And a good catch and run by Snyder down to the Panther 26-yard line. Now, you know, we've got a lot of backups in on defense. Do we want to, you know, try to maintain the shutout or what?
No, I don't.
You don't care?
Let them play. Keep
First
them
down.
out there. We need practice.
First down and 10, ball at the 26-yard line. 3 receivers on the right, 2 on the left. Everybody out at receiver, and here's another catch caught in the middle there, and another first down for the Snyder Tigers. I think, let's see, I'm not sure who it was. Burleson, I believe. Tyson Burleson, number 13, on the catch. And it's down to the Panther 12-yard line. This is the best looking drive Snyder's had all night. And there's a Panther down on the field. We'll take an injury timeout. We'll be right back after this timeout on Panther football.
Airlawn Furniture is Fort Stockton's newest destination for furniture, appliances, mattresses, electronics, and more. They've been serving Pecos for over 30 years and look forward to doing the same for the lovely people of Fort Stockton. Enjoy free local delivery and installation, monthly specials, lease-to-own options with no credit needed. Visit them in-store at 1206 West Dickinson next to Lowe's or call 432-299-1181 or online at airlawnfurniture.com. Make the quality choice, Panther and Prowler fans. Choose Airlawn. Se habla español.
Always a good time at Joe's Place Cantina, located in historic downtown behind the Community Theater at 216 West 1st. Joe's Place offers specialty cocktails, cold beer on tap, tacos, tortas, and more, served in 3 different areas, including a covered patio and backyard bars, while listening and dancing to a wide variety of music or watching the big game. Also karaoke nights on Thursdays. Joe's Place open Wednesdays from 8 to 12 and Thursday through Saturday from 6 to 1, with family time and happy hour only from 6 to 8 p.m. Be sure to look at their Facebook page for upcoming events and information.
All right, we're back, and our player goes off. Looks like he's okay, we hope, and it's first and 10 Snyder. They launch one into the end zone, and it is incomplete. Now, was that a different quarterback in the game or not? The Snyder Tigers limping down there.
I'm looking. We got Fort Stockton. Number 24, Aiden Ibarra, is in there. Number 81, Emilio Sanchez, is in there. Number 19, Ryan Chavez. These guys are doing a good job.
It's, what is it, 4th down? Or no, it's
second down.
Second down, okay. Second down and 10. Ball at the 12-yard line of the Panthers. They put that good receiver in motion, and now they'll have a pass incomplete in and out of the hands of Ethan Rios. It was right in his belly.
Well,
and this is their backup quarterback that's been playing.
You know, Rio, I think his hands were wet. Rios, wet hands,
yeah.
It all kind of goes together.
Yeah. Well, Seth Cooper, I think, is still the quarterback. There's a hold on Snyder. Finally, they call a hold on the Tigers tonight. Wow.
Reminds me of that song, Hold That Tiger, Hold That Tiger.
What about this? I remember the Eye of the Tiger.
No, that's too new. This was a 50s song, back in the 50s.
Oh, these kids today don't even remember Eye of the Tiger. Anyway, it's 3rd down and 20 for Snyder. Ball at the 22-yard line.
They remember Snyder 0.
And the Panthers rushing the quarterback, putting a lot of pressure on him. And he launches one overthrown and intended for Ethan Rios. He's the guy we've got to cover deep because this guy can catch the ball occasionally.
The official, yes, he can. The official was telling the Snyder guy they've been grabbing and pushing after the play and slinging some people down.
Who, Snyder?
Yes,
Okay.
and the official just told the guy. He went up. I think he said, I'm going to call you for that next time because that was unnecessary.
3rd down and 20 for the Tigers back at their own 22-yard line. They're trying to score here. They've got a 49-0 deficit to our Panthers here tonight. Tigers put a man in motion, and here's a pass intended again for number 11, Ethan Rios. And
number 8
it's
that time.
Incomplete, and man, he got hit right as the ball passed by Alan Leyva. 4th down and 20. That's good play by that Panther defense again. I think we want a shutout.
Well, it's going to be a big 4th down. I'd play it like it is.
And you know what? The 3rd quarter's still not over. 4th down and 20. And here's the quarterback again back to throw. Landon Rivas is right after him. And also, who else is there?
Number 18 got the tackle.
Was it Sebastian Nieto or Ryan Chavez?
Number 18 got that sack.
18.
That was really a lot of pressure.
Sebastian Nieto's had a couple of pretty good defensive plays here in this game.
Well, he did. On that kickoff, he planted the guy.
So that ball turns over on downs. That was a 4th down play by the Tigers. And the Panthers have just been all over this Snyder Tiger offense tonight.
They kind of some of that was self-inflicted. They dropped a pass. They did drop a pass. It's good defense, but they didn't help themselves either.
Yeah, that number 11 did drop a pass, and that was Ethan Rios. But he's made some great catches tonight also.
All right, we have another quarterback back up. I think this is May. We're going to have to call timeout.
I believe that's Michael John Patino, isn't it?
Oh,
it's a
it
timeout.
is.
We'll be back in just a moment.
Looking for more ways to watch your favorite shows, sports, and movies? With BBT, it's simple. When you sign up for our Work and Play internet plan, you'll get a free Roku device and $10 in monthly streaming credits. Enjoy hundreds of channels, including popular Spanish language favorites like Univision, Unimas, and Telemundo, all with reliable local internet you know and trust. Call 800-592-4781 or order online 24/7 at bigbend.com. BBT, reliable, local, and connected.
Alamo Tire and Auto Repair at 2709 West Dickinson now offers the $5 Club. If you can't afford to pay oil field prices, they've created the $5 Club, which allows average families to access affordable vehicle maintenance and repairs. Besides the deeply discounted rates and many no-charge services, the biggest value is a 25% discount on the posted shop labor rate. Call 432-242-7092.
As we come back, it's 1st and 10 Panthers. New quarterback is Michael John Patino, and he faked the handoff, kept it himself, and he went right up the middle, and the Tiger defense stopped him for a loss of 1. 2nd and 11.
Run clock, run. I guess we'll have to snap it one more time.
I guess so here in this quarter, yeah. The 3rd quarter is about to come to an end. We've got a 2nd and 11 and a 49-0 lead Panthers. We added a couple of touchdowns here in this 3rd quarter. Long pass downfield, and it is batted away, and there was a lot of contact there, but no flag. And it was number 28, Mason May, the intended receiver there for the Panthers.
Yeah, I don't think. I think if we're down 49-0, we get the call, but I don't think we're going to get that.
Darren, I think, that's a sophomore passing to a freshman.
Can you do that? I guess we did, right?
Isn't Mason May a freshman?
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, that's a pretty long throw by Bubba.
All right, 3rd down and 11 now for the Panthers. Patino in the backfield. He'll take the snap, throw it downfield. It is incomplete. My goodness, he was wide open.
It went right through his fingertips.
Robbie Melendez, and there is still, that is the end of the 3rd quarter. So we'll take a break. We'll be back with the 4th quarter. Panthers up 49-0 over Snyder.
Buck's Lube Center is located at 310 West Dickinson in Fort Stockton. They feature quick oil changes, multi-point vehicle checks, inspection stickers, and fuel filters for all vehicles, specializing in mobile oil but with Motorcraft also in stock. Buck's Lube Center is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Remember, for reasonable prices and great service, it's Buck's Lube Center, 310 West Dickinson, Fort Stockton. They hope to serve you on every oil change.
Do you know where you can get a great lunch special for a very affordable price? At Bienvenido's Mexican food restaurant, of course. Their lunch special is served Monday through Friday during lunchtime. Monday is the grilled chicken salad. Tuesday is the taco plate. Wednesday, it's Bienvenido's nachos. Thursday, it's the hamburger basket. And Friday, it's the enchilada plate. You can come by Monday through Saturday from 9 to 11 a.m. for a delicious Mexican-style breakfast. Bienvenido's open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 405 West Dickinson.
All right, Darren, we're back for the fourth quarter finally, and the Panthers have played really well. I think we added, 2 touchdowns in the third quarter, making it 49-0.
It is, yeah. Other time we got stopped around the 10-yard line. So, yeah, we've got a lot of backups in on offense, defense. I think we even have in a backup at a couple of coaches right now where we're really.
All right, we've got 13 first downs at the end of the third quarter. Snyder with 8. We have 116 rushes, 116 yards rushing, I should say, for a 6.1 yard average. There's the punt.
There's a backup punter, number 4, who went out.
All right.
Fabian Ramirez punted that.
Yeah, good job. And let's see, Snyder, minus 68 yards rushing for a minus 3.4 average. We're averaging negative yardage against Snyder.
Well, you know, they're facing the wrong way. If we wouldn't tackle them, they'd probably run all the way to the end zone and out for a safety.
We are 12 of 29 passing for 283 yards, 4 touchdowns in the passing game. And Snyder, 9 out of 25 tonight for 175 yards. So they've got just a little over 100 yards total offense, and we have about almost 400 yards of total offense. That's a very dominating game.
Yes, it is. Some other starters I see out there.
There's a flag on the play.
Number 22, Ray Navarrete, is in there at linebacker. He's a senior. He's playing a little defense for the Panthers.
Flag on the play. Let's see what we've got. Was it a false start or something? Or, it's offsides against Fort Stockton. Okay.
Guess we were sneaking across a little early.
So a 5-yard penalty against the Panthers, giving Snyder a 1st and 5 at their own 43-yard line.
You know, I see number 12, Alonzo Urias, in there. 32, Robbie Melendez. We got a lot of guys getting some snaps, which I always think is a good idea.
And they're telling them to run the clock. Here's a quarterback back to throw, and he's got a completed pass, and we miss a tackle. And that's on Ethan Rios, I believe. And he's dangerous when he gets the ball. He's all the way down to the 31-yard line.
Yes, he did. He was able to spin out of that first tackle and pick up good yardage.
Snyder now down to the Panther 31-yard line very quickly with 11:10 to go in the ball game. Fort Stockton leading Snyder 49-0. That's your BBT score. And Greenwood had a big lead on Monahans at halftime.
Yeah, they're up like 49-7.
All right, now the 30-yard line. The line of scrimmage. Here's the quarterback back to throw again. And he's launching it into the end zone, and it's incomplete.
Way overthrown.
And, you know, they are going to Ethan Rios time and time again in this passing game.
I see number 70, Brian Escobedo, playing defense for the Panthers. I like these guys that are getting some extra playing time tonight.
Yeah, that was Ethan Rios again, the intended receiver. Okay, here we are again with a 2nd and 10 for Snyder at the Panther 31. Be sure and guard Ethan Rios. That's that's the guy.
Oh, we got a running back.
All right, that's a running play for Snyder. They'll gain about 3 yards, maybe 4. Let's see. I'd say about 4 yards on the play. 3rd down and 6.
Tackle by number 24, Aiden Ibarra.
Under 10 minutes to go in the ball game now. The Tigers with shotgun formation, single running back, 2 receivers on each side. On 3rd and 7, here's the quarterback to throw. He's under pressure. Now he escapes that pressure, and he's going to have a big run for a 1st down to about the 13-yard line. That's a big gain for the quarterback on the keeper.
Yes, he was tackled that time by Ryan Chavez. That was a good open field tackle by Ryan Chavez.
Tyson Burleson is the quarterback who took over after Aiden Claxton was injured. And
no, he's the running back.
He was a running back. Now he's the quarterback.
Oh, it was 12. It was Cooper. What happened to Cooper, number 12?
No. Well,
Yes.
yeah, maybe. Yeah, it was Cooper. You're right. I think it was Cooper on the keeper. Cooper on the keeper.
But now it's you got 13 at quarterback and 11 at running back right now.
Okay.
No, 11's at running back.
Here's it's a direct snap, to number 11, Ethan Rios.
Yes.
He was the guy who had the ball that time.
Yes.
And that's that good receiver that they have, and he's down to the 9-yard line. They're just trying to make something happen offensively, get the ball to their best players.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, keep fighting, keep trying to score. They want to get rid of. That's a giant 0 on our scoreboard. I mean, it's like twice the size of. Yeah, that's almost embarrassing.
It is 2nd and about 6. 2nd and 4, I believe. All right, here's the quarterback now.
There's a tackle.
Running out to his right. There's a flag coming in, and that is a holding call, I believe, against Snyder. That'll be a big hold.
They tackled number 18. I mean, he's coming off the edge, and the guy just tackled him. I mean, he didn't even try to hide it. Sebastian Nieto, he thought he was a running back, and he was a defensive end, but he got tackled.
Yeah. Be a hold against the Tigers, and they'll mark that one off, I'm sure. Yep. That's going to bring up a 2nd and about 15. 2nd and 14, perhaps.
Perhaps. These guys, these backups are really hustling and making plays.
You going to be there in the morning at 10 for the volleyball game?
This game is over by then.
2nd and 14. Here's the quarterback, and he was back to throw. Now he's throwing it into the end zone. And I believe that's intercepted by the Panthers, and we're bringing it out. Is that Diego Ramos, or is it Angel Lujan? Okay, Angel Lujan. With an interception. That's the 2nd turnover of the game.
And their wide receiver grabbed him and was pulling him, and he still caught it. That was really a great defensive play. He had inside position. The ball was slightly overthrown. The wide receiver's trying to pull him back out of the end zone, and Angel caught that and brought it back out. So what a great defensive stand.
Great job with a bunch of backups in there. That was Angel Lujan intercepting the ball in the end zone, returning it out to the 17-yard line. 1st and 10 Panthers.
Angel's just a junior, plays wide receiver, but right now he's back in the secondary, and he looked really good out there.
7:31 to go in the ball game. 49-0 Panthers. That's your BBT score. We have 2 receivers on each side.
We're going to run out of time.
Bubba Patino is coming in at quarterback. Yep. We're going to run out of time. That'll be a delay of game on the Panthers, I think. Or they're not going to call it. That'll be a handoff, and we're going to lose yardage on that play. Back to the 12-yard line. That'll be a 5-yard loss. And it'll be 2nd and 15. Got a lot of backups in there right now. I'm not sure about along the line of scrimmage if we've got a bunch of backups.
Yes, we do. I see in there number 52 on the line. That's Yamil Carvajal.
Well, we've got Jeremiah Gonzalez at quarterback, Bubba Patino at quarterback. 2 receivers on each side on 2nd and about 15. And now Patino will hand it off. Nothing doing for the running back. Will lose 2 more yards back to the 10-yard line.
Well, I have a feeling that Bubba's going to let one go right here. He's going to let it fly. What do you think?
Maybe. 3rd down, 17 for the Panthers. 2 receivers on each side.
You know, last time he had Robbie Melendez open, and we just missed connecting on that one.
Yep.
We're letting the clock run down a little bit.
Patino is a sophomore. All right, here's Patino back to throw. He's launching it downfield, and the receiver got turned around kind of the wrong way, Mason May, and a little bit of miscommunication there. Might have been forced by the defensive backs, I don't know, but yeah, Bubba threw it to the left side, to the outside, and May was kind of looking for it to the inside.
Well, that's too bad.
6:09 left in the game. 49-0. We're going to punt.
They're going to try to block this. They got close last time.
Well, who have we got to punt this ball?
Looks like number 20. Who's number 20?
That's Adrian Ramirez.
Adrian Ramirez looks to be the punter.
All right, here is the punt, and it is partially blocked. Snyder is going to get really good field position here, partially blocked, and it will roll down at the 21-yard line. So that's not a very good punt because I think they got a piece of it.
Yeah, the ball does look smaller. I think you're right. They got a piece of it.
Well, we turn it over after the punt to the Tigers. They will have it at the Panther 21-yard line. Really good field position. They'll try to score a touchdown before this game is over. We've got 5:39 left to go. 49-0. Fort Stockton leading. Snyder going to try to wipe that really big 0 off the scoreboard. And it is big.
It's a giant 0.
1st and 10 at the 21. Tigers in the shotgun. The same quarterback, Tyson Burleson, is in there. No, it's not. I'm sorry. It is Seth Cooper. And that pass into the end zone, it's
dropped.
Was it dropped? Okay.
Well, I think it was out of bounds, too. I think he'd gone out of bounds.
No, I think he did drop it. I think it was.
No, he dropped it, but but it was also out of bounds. That ought to count as 2 downs. If you drop it and you're out of bounds, it ought to be 3rd down. That's what I think.
2nd down and 10, ball at the 21 of the Panthers. 2 receivers on each side. Quarterback in the shotgun, Seth Cooper, and he's back to throw again. And in the middle, I think that's caught for the touchdown by Ethan Rios.
They were kind. They were holding right up the middle again.
Yeah.
And
I'm really glad we have not been able to have not heard that loud train horn very much, but that is quite a horn.
Well,
that they brought here.
You know, it would have been a shame not to be able to sound that off the whole game.
That's true, I guess.
Yeah. You know, you got a guy down there, and that's his only job is to do that horn. And so.
Oh, there's a drone up in the sky. I didn't think that was legal when the ball game is going on. I don't think you're supposed to have a drone up in the sky.
We've been breaking rules all night.
Somebody has, because that's not you're not supposed to have a drone up during the game. But anyway.
I hope they don't go for 2. I hope we're ready for something, a fake.
Oh, they are going for 2, yes. Well, they've got the tee out there at the 10-yard line, so I don't know.
I think they're waiting for that drone to get out of here.
Oh, we can hear the Snyder band cranking up.
That's because we have a shotgun mic.
Yeah.
You remember that song, Shotgun Willie? Shotgun Willie sits around in his underwear. You never heard that one? That was a classic.
I must have missed that one.
That was a classic. That's a giant 6. Good cow.
Wow.
Anyone would be proud to have a 6 that looked like that. That's magnificent.
Well, they're going to try to make it either 7 or 8. And Yeah. Now
no, they're going to kick.
They're going to try to kick it. I don't know what the delay was, but there it is, and it is good. 49-7, our new score, and Snyder avoids the shutout with 4:50 remaining. 49-7. Fort Stockton in the lead. We'll be back with the final 4:50 coming up.
Amistad Motors in Fort Stockton specializes in the sales and service of new and pre-owned vehicles. They deal in sport utility vehicles, cars, convertibles, sedans, wagons, and minivans. The dealership service department caters to the basic service needs of vehicles and stocks genuine parts and accessories. They also have a finance department that offers assistance with payment calculations and a variety of financing and leasing options. Amistad Motors, located at 2110 West Dickinson in Fort Stockton.
This is Dakota Livesay for the Pecos County State Bank. In West Texas, integrity is a way of life. We stand by our friends. We are true to our word. Easy or hard, we do the right thing. At Pecos County State Bank, you will find honest, hardworking, friendly people you can trust. You will find integrity, a West Texas institution since 1928. The Pecos County State Bank, all the bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
All right,
Well,
pull it away.
Darren, we're back, and it's 49-7. Snyder did score a touchdown here with 4:50 remaining in the game, and they avoid the shutout here tonight.
Well, they did, and
they're gonna onside kick it, and it's Oliver Trevino who will be kicking this onside kick. And it is muffed by the Panthers. I think the Tigers did get it.
They got it all right.
And we did not cover the ball very well right there. So they get an onside kick recovery with 4:46 remaining. Snyder will have it.
You know, an error like that could be critical, but our defense has been playing well. And I think that will not come back to haunt us. I think we're going to go ahead and cruise to victory.
Well, it's too far out of reach, but that's good practice really for both teams.
Yeah.
So that we know what to do in an onside kick situation.
You're supposed to field it, right?
You're supposed to field it, yes.
Don't let it bounce off your shoulder pads.
No, and that's what happened, and Snyder got it. So they've got it 1st and 10 at the Panther 47-yard line. Panthers might have, I don't know, but we miss a sack. And here's another long play, and it is caught again, I think, by Ethan Rios.
No, I think we pulled it away.
Now I think we pulled it away from him, so I do not know.
Nope.
It's a touchdown. Touchdown for Snyder. My goodness. Okay.
That's okay.
That's all right.
Really a great effort. I think 32 had it.
And they scored quickly, and they'll do that onside kick thing again, believe me.
I think they will. So
it's now 49-13. Now the numbers have gone back down to the regular size.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's 2 digits up there. All right, now Snyder will be going for 2, it looks like. Yes.
No, they got maybe you're right.
They're going for 2. Here are the Tigers going for 2 points.
He got it.
I don't believe they made it. No, they did make it. So it is now 49-15. Snyder has scored a couple of touchdowns late. We'll be back in a moment with more Panther football in a moment.
Stuck in a state of falling behind? Struggling to keep up with your kids, finances, insurance? Then let State Farm Automobile Insurance Company help you simplify and get to a better state. Because I, Cassie Ledesma, your local State Farm agent, can handle your auto, home, and life insurance, so you'll have more time for everything else. Call me today at 432-336-8575 and get to a better state with State Farm.
The Steakhouse Restaurant announces the addition of a very affordable express lunch, served Monday through Friday from 11 to 2, priced at only $7.99. It's fast and affordable with perfect portions. The lunch choices include 2 cheese enchiladas with rice and beans, 2 beef tacos with rice and beans, 2 chicken flautas with rice and beans, half a quesadilla, beef or chicken with rice and beans, a chicken breast with long green chili, rice and cucumber salad, or a half chicken fried steak with mashed potatoes and cucumber salad. Come by, sample the express lunch at the Steakhouse, 1100 West Dickinson.
All right, we're back, and Snyder is probably going to try another onside kick. They're lining up exactly the same way. And here's the kick. Looked like they were offsides. And that one bounces off the Panthers again, but I think we covered this one about the 44-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Panthers at about the 44.
No, Bubba Patino could fake a quarterback sneak, dip down, and then throw it long for a touchdown.
Yeah, okay.
But I think we should probably just run the clock.
I think so. 4:23 left. It was 49-0 not long ago, and Snyder has added 15 points here at the end. But it really doesn't. It just has no impact really on the game. It's just a matter of visual, the way it looks.
Well, that's what I said. Snyder has a very explosive offense against our backups.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
All right, 1st down and 10, ball at the 44-yard line. Bubba Patino, the quarterback for the Panthers. And here's the handoff. And we're trying to get some yardage there. That's Jeremiah Gonzalez for maybe a half yard up to the 44.
Yeah, now run it all the way down to 1.
Yes. Yeah, we just need to take a lot of time off the clock here and get this game over with. It's been kind of a long game because of all the passing attempts we had.
I thought because you were talking so much. And there was a drone in the air.
Yeah, and they told whoever that was that had the drone to get it out of here.
Yeah, can't do that. He's breaking
and
loose.
Here is Jeremiah Gonzalez. Man, he was trying to get around the left edge, and then he was planted for no gain, really. Maybe a yard up to the 45. Yeah, he got a yard. And I'm for running even more time off because we snapped the ball with about 12 or 11 seconds on the play clock. I think we need to take all of it.
Yeah, don't do that. Run 40 every time because, we need to. I don't even mind if we take a delay of game every time and run it all the way down and then.
Yeah, well, I'm not for that, but anyway, 3rd and 9.
You never like any of my ideas.
Some of them.
I don't remember any.
All right, here's the quarterback back to throw, and man, he was being rushed, and he will be sacked.
He got face masked. I'm surprised they didn't call that.
Did he?
I'm surprised they didn't. They grabbed they got him by the face mask.
I thought they just wrapped their arm around his neck, but I didn't see a face mask. But
there's
maybe
a flag.
Oh, is there?
Oh, I don't know. What is that on the ground?
Oh, they did call it.
Yeah, he got face masked. I know you keep thinking I miss this stuff. I'm watching with these binoculars, and I'm right on it. I'm right on it, yeah. So now take it down to 1, since you didn't like my other idea.
Well, just occasionally, you do get the wrong number on these players.
Oh, that's what she said.
Anyway, 1st and 10, ball at the 40-yard line. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. And we've got a 1st down due to that penalty. That's brought to you by Cactus Health Services. We're taking a lot of time off the clock. And here's the handoff to Jeremiah Gonzalez. And he's going up the middle, and he's tackled down at the 20-yard line. Is that Jeremiah?
Yes.
Okay, that's a great run.
Really was a nice job, I tell you.
It's about a 20-yard run to the 20-yard line. Great job there by Jeremiah. That's his best run of the night.
And he's just a sophomore.
And we've got a timeout on the field. We'll be back with more Panther football in just a moment.
The First National Bank of Fort Stockton offers rock-solid banking services with a friendly staff and offers extended lobby hours. They're a full-service bank, and it's locally owned and operated, and they appreciate your business. First National Bank of Fort Stockton also operates Brave National Bank in Ira Ann. The First National Bank is proud to support the Fort Stockton Panther and Prowler athletic teams in all their competition and say, go Panthers and Prowlers. The friendly First National Bank of Fort Stockton, 1000 West Dickinson, member FDIC. Sawyer Insurance Agency has 4 locations in West Texas to serve you, including 706 West Dickinson in Fort Stockton and 1502 South Stockton Avenue in Monahans, with offices in Midland and Lubbock. They offer the most complete line of commercial and personal insurance, from workers' comp, general liability, business and personal auto, commercial property, equipment, oil and gas, farm and ranch, and home insurance. Contact Clyde, Nathan, or Travis Sawyer today by calling 336-7543 or 943-9600.
Here's the keeper by Patino, and he faked the handoff up the middle, then took it to the left, and he gained about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7. We've got, Jeremiah Gonzalez in there at running back. We've got Bubba Patino. We've got Mason May at receiver. We've got a lot of backups.
Freshmen, sophomores?
Yes. All right, 2nd down and 7. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Patino whispers something to Jeremiah. Of course, Darren's the expert at lip reading, so I'm not sure what he says. 2nd and 7. Ball at the 17-yard line with 1:08 remaining. And they snapped it just before the play clock expired. And we got about a yard or 2 on a running play. It came from right to left and went up the middle. And now under a minute to go. We can run out the clock here if Snyder doesn't call a timeout.
Well, they don't want us to score. If they call timeout, then I'm throwing it to the end zone.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. I agree. That's one thing I do agree with you on.
Finally.
3rd down and 6.
Yeah, last play
we'll have to snap the ball one more time, and that's it.
On the lip reading, yes, he said, watch me, he said, the radio guy's going to say, I'm whispering something to you. It's pretty clever of him.
3rd and 6. One more snap, and that should do it. And we took a delay of game, I think, didn't we?
I think we did.
All right, we'll take a delay of game, making it 3rd and about 11.
I wonder if they'll go ahead and run the clock. Usually they don't, but maybe they'll start it back up and run it.
All high school students in the community are invited. All children must be prepared for responsible adults.
I think there's a 5th quarter celebration tonight also over at the softball field.
All right, they're running the clock, so that was it.
All right.
That's it anyway.
That will do it for this game. The final score, brought to you by BBT, is 49-15. Fort Stockton wins. We go to 5-3, I believe, on the season, and we're now 1-1 in district play. A very important win for our Panthers tonight.
Big win.
And now we play Greenwood next week on the road, and we'll finish our regular season with Monahans here at home in 2 weeks. We'll be back in a moment to wrap the game up for you.
Hernandez Sanitation in Fort Stockton proudly serves a large portion of West Texas with sanitation services, including the oil field. For portable toilets, holding tanks, septic tank service, grease trap service, or large roll-off trash containers, contact Hernandez Sanitation today by calling owner and operator Joe Angel Hernandez at 432-336-3803. Hernandez Sanitation, a proud member of the Fort Stockton community, always supporting all the athletic and extracurricular activities in Fort Stockton schools.
Your dreams are what power our community. When it comes to buying a home, starting a business, or tools to help with everyday money management, Citibank is a proud community leader for your financial needs. From personal checking and lending solutions to mobile banking and a suite of business services, our goal is to help you achieve yours. Citibank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
United Country Real Estate is your top real estate agency in the Trans-Pecos. Serving Pecos, Reeves, Ward, Terrell, Brewster, and Presidio counties, you'll find fabulous listings for West Texas homes, ranches, commercial property, and hunting land. Serving all surrounding area towns and communities. Visit their website today at ucre-wtx.com to view their listings. Also ask them about property management. Located at 1032 North Highway 285 in Fort Stockton, also with an office in Pecos. Call United Country today at 432-336-1111.
Attention Fort Stockton, the deal you've been waiting for is here at K-Bob Steakhouse. It's the 2 for $20 special. Pick your starter. How about the famous chips and queso or crispy fried pickles? Then pair it with an entree like the savory Philly sandwich, southern catfish platter, or juicy chicken strips. Every entree comes with a side, baked potato, golden fries, or fresh green beans, all for $20. Hurry into K-Bob Steakhouse in Fort Stockton for the deal that's big on flavor but easy on your wallet. See y'all soon.
All right, we're back to wrap this game up, and we're going to give you some final stats. The Panthers, 15 first downs in this game. Snyder with 10. We had 134 yards rushing, an average of 5.15 per rush. Snyder, negative rushing yardage for the game. They had a lot of sacks, minus 45 for an average of minus 1.96. We were 12 out of 30 passing for 283 yards. That's a little under 50% for 4 touchdowns. Also, though, Snyder 12 out of 31, 271 yards, and 1 interception, and had a couple of touchdowns on those late in the game. So I believe we had 3 turnovers against Snyder tonight. Is that right, or 2?
Can think of 2, but it might have been 3.
Anyway, return yardage, we had 120, Snyder with 100. We had 3 punts averaging 31.67. They had 8 punts averaging 36.43. We had 60 yards in penalties, and Snyder with 87 yards in penalties. So a great job by the Panthers tonight, a complete team win, and Snyder did score late against some of our backups. And again, 49-15 is the final here tonight, and Panthers, very importantly, go to 1-1 in district play, and Snyder falls to 0-2.
It knocks really Snyder out of the playoff race, and so now it's going to be between probably us and Monahans for 3rd.
Right. Okay, that's going to wrap it up. We'll be back on KFST tomorrow at 10 a.m. for Prowler Volleyball. Join us then. Ken Ripley, Darren Hodges, Sam Warren, Darrell Scott, all saying good night.
You've been listening to Fort Stockton High School Panther football on KFST, AM and FM, KFSTradio.com, and on KFST's YouTube page. Panther football has been brought to you by Amistad Motors, Bienvenidos Mexican Food Restaurant, Bucks Lube Center, Pecos County State Bank, Cassia Ledesma State Farm Insurance, the Steakhouse Restaurant, the First National Bank, Sawyer Insurance, Hernandez Sanitation, Citibank, K-Bob Steakhouse, Alamo Tire and Auto Repair, Heritage Funeral Home, M&J Fast Lube, Julie's Easy Press, M&J Trucking, Weiss Tire, Joe's Place and Cantina, United Country Real Estate, and by Jones Leasing. Panther football has also been brought to you by Designer Carpets and Interiors, Permian Basin Abstract, the Guadalajara Mexican Grill, Cactus Health, Tacos OJ, Porky's Ice House, The Water Factory, Salceda Family Medicine and Urgent Care, CTG Express, Contessa Ready Mix, Fort Stockton Insurance Agency, Fort Stockton ISD, Ram Country of Fort Stockton, Triple G Oilfield Supply, West Texas Eye Care, Pepito's Cafe, West Texas Cinema, RA Radiance and Med Spa, Airlawn Furniture and Appliance, and by BBT. Thanks for tuning in for Panther Football.